Prescott. For Pickens. Safety coming over.
All right. After some technical difficulties, if you will, we made it. We made it. I was gonna say, oh my goodness. Day 2 of camp, day 2 presser. Well, of actual camp on the field, I should say. Obviously, we had the opening press conference. You know what I mean? Dylly, are we excited for day 2 or what?
Oh, yeah, man. We saw some good stuff day 1. Mr. Maffa was the highlight, in my opinion, or a low light, getting that ball popped out. Unfortunately, I think that's something to keep an eye on in that tight competition. But no pads, nothing crazy going on just yet. So just keep our eyes open and peeled and listen to this presser in a few minutes, and then go from there.
Well, as they already have the go Cowboys, yeah, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to add that at the moment, though.
Hey, we got to mention Max Crosby as much as possible today because Melvin says he's taking a shot every time it's mentioned. So there's one for you, Melvin.
We got to max it out. Is that what we got to do?
Maximize it.
Maximize everything. Hey, let me look at something real quick. Hold on, let me see something because I'm not hearing the sound. Let me make sure. I'll make sure everybody gets that sound in there. Y'all ready? Oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Can y'all hear that? Oh. Oh man, we got to get this changed some way somehow soon. Let me get back.
They should just make an AI generated song at this point, man.
Oh, for real. I mean, but is there now? We'll wait and see as the Shotty's on. We'll get live into that. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. What a ton of events for. I mean, we jump at some RB2 there, obviously, right? And it's Maffa. Wait, I didn't mean to do that though. I still want to see our beautiful faces. Maybe, possibly. Can I? Boom. Is that it? Oh no, that's not it. Is that it? Oh God. No. Oh, what have we done? What have I done?
I think it's.
Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah. Oh, there it is. All right. Anyways, he runs over. He runs over 00, right? And then a couple plays later, Gary's like, "You're not running over my guy," and gets the punch fumble in there. And Caleb Downs with the recovery, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, we did draft Caleb Downs. Oh, you fumbled. All right. Hey, you got to get out. Got pulled immediately, and there we are. Then let's go. Okay, we'll get back to it in a second. Blue with the big run.
Watkins, Dallas. Oh, sorry, no wait. Good catch. Look at you.
Ooh, that doesn't sound.
They got a helicopter flying out there.
I don't know. That doesn't sound great, does it? Right now.
That was for Todd Archer. Who's not here.
Nope.
I know.
Thanks, Saturday. Oh, sorry.
That was on cardiac.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Hey, I'm gonna this mute real quick. See if it's us or not.
Nah, it's not us. It's his mic. I'm pretty sure.
I was having a great practice, covering down and hyperextend his knee. All tests.
I'm gonna pull it up on the side just to see.
He will be out today. Get him moving around a little bit with Britt and those guys, but nothing significant.
How did your 2 first-round picks look yesterday in Downs and Malachi?
Yeah, no, it's the stream.
It's their stream. Caleb got beat on in the spring. I showed it to the team, Calvin.
Oh, I need him to get it together. They had issues yesterday, and now we got this weird. He's in front of a fan.
The same route came up yesterday, and Caleb loved it. And it was to the point that I made about Caleb. He doesn't repeat mistakes. So that was great to see. And then with Malachi, again, I noticed him more yesterday in setting the edge in the run game, using his length than I did as a pass rusher. Obviously, there's halo around the quarterbacks. They can't get close anyways. But I did think he did a hell of a job of setting edges, using his length, and kind of creating that knockback that limits running lanes for the offense.
The Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, at least we found out yesterday, has a new name for the offense. I think it's the greatest offense there is. Dylly, can you talk about that? Are y'all guys?
Yeah. I mean, that's what they came up with, so that's what we are. And I think they came up with it in Park City. They went out there, did a lot of work together. They did some skiing, some golfing, some things like that. They FaceTimed me in a few times. Most of those guys are terrible golfers, but
yeah, we need the $1 billion organization to get it together there, man.
I support it.
Talk about that excitement off the clearly. They feel good about what they can do year 2 with calling the plays and just working. Dak taking this step.
Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. I think, I talked a little bit about, Dak's ability to work, Dak's ability to find his flow and his routine going into year 10, whatever it is. But, another year with George, Fergie, taking another
this
step.
Is so
Javonte
bad.
coming back. I mean, a lot of these pieces were new. George was new last year. Javonte was new last year. We as a staff have to do our part with the evolution of the offense. We're working extremely hard on that, knowing that everybody studied us last spring, trying to figure out what we're going to be. And but yeah, I have a lot of confidence in this group. I'm really excited about watching what the offensive line becomes, because I really do believe they're going to be. Whether that's the tackle competition, Tyler Booker.
They did it.
Hey, they fixed it. Let's go.
Continuing to be the great player that he is.
Adjustments, baby. Something we haven't seen in the past.
Watching Tyler Smith and Quentin Williams go at it. 2 of the better ones in the game.
Real quick, that's the link posted if anybody wants to join the show today as well to the talking camp.
He said, well,
on the screen
right now.
I'm good. He said, going against Kenny Clark and Quentin Williams every day is going to make me better. So these guys understand that the concept of iron sharpens iron. And but the offensive line is going to be key to what we want to do offensively.
I'm sure with the athletic, understanding it was only a practice without pads on that. Anything that particularly that you liked or didn't like from it?
Yeah, I thought we got some great screen work. I mean, that's something that we really want to work on both offensively and defensively, some of the recognition and stuff. I thought that was great. I thought the communication in the run game, John, was awesome from the offensive line. The defense has given us some really good looks. I thought that was great. I thought that, the overall effort was a little bit inconsistent. They're getting their legs up underneath them. I get that. I showed some clips today of the standard and then showed some clips today of what's not the standard. And so anxious to see how that looks. And then the other thing I would say is, great punch out by Rashawn Gary. So the ball security aspect continues to grow. I told those guys on defense this morning, sitting in me, I said, you guys make us better by doing that. So we call them shots on ball. There were some great shots on ball and a few pre-snap penalties on offense. You'll see us working some silent cadence stuff today. But, first day, some good, some bad. A lot of things to clean up.
Again, no pads on, but nice run from Jaden Blue, got out in space.
Yeah.
What are you seeing from him?
Well, number one, was really well blocked. It was a fire zone, and the offensive line kind of picked it up. They saw it coming and picked it up, which is a big part of it. Anytime you run a fire zone and people are moving laterally, you create running lanes. And what I loved about the run itself was Jaden's pace to the hole and then through the hole. And we know what type of speed he has. I mean, so it was good to see. We did get on him a little bit about celebrating. We call it logos and letters. Make sure you get in the end zone, pass the logos to the letters before you celebrate. But he had a really, really good day yesterday. I thought he had a great practice. I thought Joe Milton had a great practice. And then, Jalen Thompson showed up all over the film yesterday. So a lot of really, really good things. Donovan Ezeraku, awesome. Welcome back. We just really looked like we thought he would look going into year 2.
Nick Harris, 4-star Telegram. Jalen Thompson's one of the ones I wanted to expound upon. Just seeing his speed on the field. It's the first time you've seen him in these team periods. You got what you thought you did so far?
Yeah. I think we knew that, Nick, but again, you look at the player, it jumps off the film. Then you look at the person.
Go back up. It's fine.
And you see why he's that way. And I think he said today he's going into year 8, I think. Hook's year 10. I think JT is year 8. When your best players practice that way, that's usually the standard for success, because all the young guys are trying to still figure it out, which they are. The young guys are still trying to figure it out. They see that, they replicate that, and then you've got a bunch of guys practicing that way.
Obviously, you like the Gary punch out on the flip side, the coaching point to Phil Maffa, and how do you see him respond?
Actually, Phil really had the ball. We call it head, body, tail. He did a really good job. Iron cross, another way people referred to it. He was doing it right. It was just a very explosive, powerful, great intent by Rashawn. And I thought Phil had a really good day yesterday as well.
Tommy Yard.
Oh, there it is.
Sideline during the spring, Donovan, Duran, Bland. How did they come out yesterday physically?
Yeah, they all feel really good. You know, I thought, I've already mentioned Easy. I thought Duran, his instincts, reading 3-step, things like that was really, really good. Looked very comfortable. The thing I'm really proud of, if you watch and you look at the catapult numbers, the way our defensive secondary ran to the ball, we had, I think, every guy get over 19 or something miles an hour. I mean, they were hauling ass. That's a testament to, you know, Derek Ansley, you know, Ryan Smith, Rob Muschamp, you know, CP. I mean, they were running to the ball, and, you know, it's important.
And talk about evolving the offense. Javonte in his past has been more involved in other offenses in the passing game. Is getting your running backs involved in the passing game more a wrinkle that you'd like to add this year?
Yeah, I think so. I think we know Javonte can do it. I think, you know, what we feel like we have in Jaden, when you're playing defenses that are trying to change the math and cheat to really elite receivers, which we have, there's usually a favorable matchup in that regard. What that looks like, we're still seeing. I mean, we've got ideas and scheme and plays, but at the end of the day, what are we good at? What do we like? You know, what do we own? What do we not care if what they're in? But yes, that would be part of the evolution.
Joe Hoyt, Dallas Morning News. Speaking of the evolution, Dak Prescott's been really good on seam passes throughout his entire career. Last year, anecdotally, it felt like maybe it wasn't to the same level as previously. I don't know if you agree with that or not. How do you kind of take advantage of the seams again going into this season?
Again, you guys probably have numbers, so I'm not going to say it's not. I didn't feel that way. I mean, I think the first one that pops up, there's really two that pop up. We missed Fergie in the season opener on a vertical 3x1 seam. Dak kind of overthrew it. Fergie couldn't put under through that one. And then the other one I'm thinking about is against the Jets. We had another one where they were kind of in third down exotics. They were mugged up, and Fergie got down the middle, and Dak missed that one. So there's some big plays in cover, you know, in the seams. I mean, we had one against Carolina callback. You know, Fergie thought he got his feet down. He didn't. I'd love for people to give us seam throws. That'd be great. But I also know that that's something teams are trying to take away from us.
What do you say there, Lord?
Obviously, you guys have been really excited about him.
The one in Carolina. That cost me some money on a bet. That one pissed me off.
Yeah, you'd be remiss if you didn't mention Brevin's play style one, the physicality that he plays with, the wiring that he has. Just, you know, tough physical football player that loves the physical aspect of the game. Can be dominant in the run game and protection phase, but what he's developing from a pass receiving standpoint at the top of the route, the tight turns, the power cuts, things like that, that's where I've noticed the biggest gain. And he's a big target. You know, you got a guy working the middle of the field. He's a big target, and he's actually a lot better run after catch guy than you think. Think back to Chicago, you know, Chicago game late. And so I think as he continues to stack and improve that area of his game, just adds so much value to our tight end room.
Hey, Coach Patrick Walker at DallasCowboys.com. You kind of touched on Malik Hooker a little bit earlier. How critical was it to, you know, keep Hooker on staff or on the roster, despite having added Jalen Thompson and ultimately adding Caleb Downs, kind of giving you guys not only an impactful three-man rotation safety, but also the ability to run through the safety system?
Yeah, for sure. Well, you know, the flexibility that JT gives us, being able to play inside in the nickels before you get a guy like Caleb Downs. Our safety room is stacked, quite honestly. The guy that was flying around yesterday, that I'd be remiss, is Elijah Clark. I mean, this guy was all over the field, taking shots on the ball, moving fast. But, you know, Hook is such a good communicator. You know, Hook loves the X's and O's part of the game. Like, I mean, I would bet he probably has 50 notebooks of all the different things. I mean, he loves the chess match that there is. And so his ability to communicate, his ability to understand what we're doing, his ability to tie things together for us back there, I think is huge. And he's very, very good fit for this defensive style that we're playing.
Michael Coleman, KLTV, East Texas. Good seeing you at DeMar Young's wedding.
Yes, sir.
Months ago.
Yes, sir. It was a fun time.
Bland and overshown? How lit can this defense be with them both on the field at the same time?
Yeah, again, I think I've talked a lot about how excited I am about this defense. And again, the scheme's cool, but it's not the scheme that brings it to life, right? It's the players. And you just mentioned two of those guys with Duran and Demo and some of the additions that we've brought in here. Kobe Durant, I mean, what a good football player. I mean,
man, he's missing Durant a lot, man.
Going in year two. We're excited about Malachi Lawrence, Shamar James going in year two. Another guy had a great day today was Barham. I mean, you watch Barham, I mean, even playing for a rookie.
Barham alert.
Playing in helmets only, but the ability to block, destruct, and get off blocks and things like that. It's a heavy-handed guy that, you know, we love the versatility of him to be on and off the ball, stuff like that. So I'm so excited to see what this defense is going to do this year.
I bet you see a lot of personnel changes based on matchup this season. I don't know if they're going to have like a solidified dude that's got to be in the game all the time at that position group.
Give each guy a day rather than sharing within series or series to series. Is that the plan here, or is it going to be more, you talked yesterday about 4-day increments?
Yeah, with the 4-day cycle, Chris, we've talked about that, and we've kind of gone back and forth. We're going to give those guys more of a 4-day cycle. So you'll see Guyton out there again today at left tackle for a couple of days. Why is that? Well, I mean, guys have bad practices from time to time. They have great practices.
What happens at the rudder stays at the rudder, Davion. You know that.
Of what they're doing. So we're going to go 4-day cycles. I want to mention Drew Shelton. You know, he's playing right tackle yesterday. He's going to be a swing tackle potential guy for us, but he was outstanding for a rookie in his first NFL practice. The poise and the way he feels the game and the way he thinks. We've got talented pieces. We just got to get those guys playing consistently, like I talked about yesterday, and it'll be a fun battle for those guys to compete in and for you guys to watch.
We need to get over here on YouTube, Nino.
Is that on the defensive side of the ball as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, they're a little bit more of a move pieces a little bit by day, like Caleb's down, okay, JT's back, JT's down, Caleb's back, things like that. But we're not real big into like one day at a time. Now we'll do that with the quarterbacks. You know, like Sam will work more with the twos today, and Joe will get the rest. Different. Yesterday, Joe got most of the twos, and Sam got the reps. But it's a little bit different by position.
Hey, Coach, Nicole Hutchinson, DallasCowboys.com. Talking about Ryan Flanoy, it looks like he kind of put on some muscle mass. Was that a conversation that maybe?
Did you see Flo? He looks big, dude.
What are you looking for?
He looks like Mingo out there.
Yeah.
Like a big dude.
Can't wait. I thought he had a really good day yesterday. I think it's just
he's on that Vach peanut butter diet.
The work ethic of the guy is incredible. Another offseason award winner. I think it's more of a fact of him knowing his body, being in year 3, working with Harold Nash, you know, Kendall, Braylon, Cedric, those guys in the weight room, and kind of knowing what he wants. And then as you grow up, you start, you know, I haven't quite figured it out yet, but you figure out your diet, you figure out what you're putting in your body, things like that. I just think he's ready for a huge, huge step this year. And he was fed a lot of confidence last year, as you guys know. Detroit, you know, the Jets. I mean, he knows he belongs. He knows he's a really, really good football player.
Low hive, let's go.
When you start stacking the tackles together?
Yeah, well, again, he's not going to get as many reps as the other guys till you get to probably preseason. So he's just got to trust the process, Nick, take it one day at a time. And, you know, he's a guy that, again, played on the left. Now he's playing on the right. You know, sometimes we're going to move the guys to the left without them even knowing, because that's what happens in a game. You're like, hey, guess what? You're left tackle. I mean, so that's real. But he just needs to keep stacking days. If he keeps doing what he did yesterday, then he's going to get more and more ops.
When it comes to Mike linebacker, do you need to see him in a preseason game or even the scrimmages before you can get that full, real evaluation of what you got there? Because there's so much communication at that spot.
Yeah, the answer is no. We get plenty of reps out here. Speaking of that, like there was a really cool situation that came up yesterday where CP was trying to make Demo think that the headset went out. It didn't go out. We had kind of talked about it and scripted it, and Demo got to the exact call that he was supposed to, which is what you expect. Okay. So it was not a malfunction of the headset. It was something scripted, and Demo was outstanding getting us lined up into the call that we want to be in.
Oh, I like that.
That's great coaching.
Throw them curveballs.
You said a little bit ago you're really, really excited to see what this defense is going to do this year. How does that excitement compare to maybe how you felt this time a year ago?
Uh-oh.
I'm always excited. You know, I just love what I do. I love coaching these young men. But I think, you know, when you think back on it, you know, I mean, the defense obviously took, you know, the brunt of the criticism. I put myself right at the top of that heap as the head coach. But I think I'm excited because of how hard these guys are working, all the changes that we've made, you know. But, you know, we haven't done anything yet, and we need to do it. And as a football team, you need to be really good in all three phases. And that's what we hope we become, because we think that if we're strong in all three phases, we'll be a tough out.
That's right. Special teams matter, Shotty. Get it right.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
It's quick.
Shotty hit it now. Yeah, a little quicker. Yeah, not quite as long as yesterday, for sure. Get back over here and mute that before it starts going Cowboys Nation. Yeah, here we go. Well, maybe they won't do that. Let me get off the full screen on the other side. It's so fun to work like both screens. I am not the text heavy guy whatsoever.
Remove that and then
you can drop it. I'm just minimizing it because we can still pull some clips. Because actually, Nick Eatman with a little video this morning. I wanted to throw that up there for the folks real quick. Let me go get over to that because that's something else too. Again, little tidbits here and there. We're able to kind of peruse and scroll and do some things out here with y'all and have the conversations. And we'll drop the link again. Anybody wants to come up here and join and get their thoughts off and maximize their time here, right? And what they do and maximize their actual involvement in the show today, by all means. It is camp day too. I'm wearing some camp day attire, hopefully. As it goes from there. Let me
love the hat, dude. I got a bucket hat too, but I don't know if I'm a bucket hat guy. I just, I like my stuff to look a very specific way and very particular. I just don't know if I can pull off the bucket.
Nothing like jugs machine in the morning. How about?
I hear you. There we go. Let's check out the Nick. Let's pull up the Nick Eatman here real quick. Yeah, let's get the Nick Eatman in here real quick. There
you go. He's ready for it.
All right, let's add that to the whole stage. Look here. Boom. All right, get a little Nick talk. How about that? Some storylines, huh?
Nothing like the jugs machine in the morning. How about CD Lamb here, 7:30 a.m. Oxnard, getting the helmet on, coming out doing the jugs machine. I was kind of surprised when I was doing this walk and talk, and I was like, "Who's about to fire up the jugs machine?" That would be CD Lamb. They didn't really want me to get a video of that. But you have to trust me on that one. But how about that when you think about just these players and they practice in the long hours and stuff like that, the dedication to go out there and get it done, be the first one here. So that's one of my first impressions here when you think about what's going on with this team and what you like out of practice. There's so much to talk about. But when I'm out here doing this walk and talk, I got the mower here behind me. But that's the first thing that popped out is that these guys are going to continue to work hard. They work hard every day, and CD Lamb's ready for another practice. So, all right, guys, we'll do it again next time.
Yeah, how about that?
It's good to see, man, because CD had those drops last year, too. We can't have – I mean, you at least lost a game because of those drops with the Eagles, I would say, right, that first game of the season. Can't have that again this year, not with somebody of his caliber. So it's good to see him putting in that extra work.
Yeah, CD maximizing his time out there at Oxnard to getting some work in.
Maximization season.
Oh, there you go. Like, boom, there's, go ahead and drop the link. Once again, cell phone, tablet, computer, laptop, whatever the case may be, feel free to click that and you can join the show. But as we're trying to get into it beforehand, talking about day one here real quick, was, the Maffa training things, which he mentioned a little bit too, has the big run, things are happening, gets the fumble, you got to get pulled for that. Blue comes in, right, takes it to the house 45 yards. And as Nick Harris described it, that was good even in pads. So obviously we knew running back position overarching was going to be big for this team. We've talked about it ad nauseum leading up to training camp. And I tell you what, day one out of the gate, we got a little fireworks show, if you will. We got some fireworks there. Real quick, our guy, final play in the building. Final play. How are we doing on this Thursday, man? Oh, whoa.
Hang on, I got us. I'm getting
got
there.
it. All right, there it is.
It's a process.
There we go.
What's up, Final Play?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, brother. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hang on.
This was his final play.
It was his final say. Play, can you hear us? How about that? How about them apples? Oh, man, that Cricket Mobile must have got him. I know that Cricket Mobile can be. That Cricket Mobile. Oh, no, well, you muted yourself now, Final Play. First time caller, long time. Let's see. Oh, we lost him. All right.
Oh, we almost had one. We got to go fishing again.
Yeah, click the link again. You get back in here. And if you want to, Dylly, you can pin that up top if you want to as well. Oh, he's back. Final Play. We there?
There we go. I can hear y'all now. Holy.
Oh, there we go. Boom.
Y'all hear me?
Figured it out. Yeah, we can hear you fine, brother. How you doing this
Let's
Thursday?
go. Oh, bro, I'm doing good. How are y'all doing today?
Chilling.
Yeah, ready for day 2 of camp, brother?
Waiting for this practice to start.
Same. I think one of my favorite things that Shotty talked about, and I think this is the guy that I don't know what it is about him, bro, but I like him so much. Brevin Spanford, the amount of love that man's been getting from not just Shotty, but like guys like Linda Wells and Dak. I'm like, bro, if he's a guy that can put it all together, like Shotty said, like you can see it, like he wants it. So I'm really excited to see exactly if his role expands in this offense, and I hope it does.
It's got to, right? I mean, Schoonmaker's fighting for his life up against the ropes here. I mean, I think obviously Spanford is on the team. It's not fighting for a roster spot, but it's that who's going to get the snap count, all that with tight end 3. And I think it's clearly Spanford at this point. I don't think that's really much of a competition. But we all expect Spanford to take a big step this year, man. We really do. And maybe even start eating into some of those tight end 1 snaps in 11 personnel. Not replacing Ferg, obviously, completely, but eating into them as we go on through the season. I know Nix is a little hesitant about that one, but you look at it, right? You look at a guy who is a better blocker. I mean, there's no doubt he's obviously a better blocker. Dallas wants to have a power run game. And when you start talking about red zone threats and their inability in the red zone last year, if Spanford can develop, I see that happening in 11 personnel.
I just think you'll see once you're inside that 10, and if he develops in that way, it'll just be more 12 personnel. To me, I think outside the 10, we have the conversation there about the 11 personnel and whether that's going to be Ferguson or him, right? But I think what the interesting part there coming out of that presser, though, of Spanford, talked about his route running at the top of the routes and things that it's kind of night and day for Spanford from last year to this year, and how much you could see the work that he's put in to that route running ability, which, right, that's the biggest thing about his game. It's not the blocking. We understand that about the blocking from him. Obviously, how much he was using the red zone last year when it came to the blocking being on the field is that things in the passing game as far as route running, the hands, different things like that. Obviously, mentioned being the big target, which we love that, and I'm sure Dak does too. But seeing the work that he's put in this offseason from the route running standpoint, and him highlighted that, talking about Shotty, that is, Houston going to year 2 and solidifying himself as the number 2 guy, and whether he eats into the tight end 1 snaps, we'll see.
TBD. Let's place a wing bet on it.
But and then another thing too, Nick Eatman talking about CD. I'm like, dude, CD's coming back. CD has, I'm not saying he has a chip on his shoulder, but CD's coming to shut a lot of people up. People were I got to be honest, a lot of fans in our fan base last year were trying to drag down 88. And I mean, he did have a few games where he had some drops that should not have been drops. I will agree with that, but that doesn't mean you drag wide receiver 1 for it. But he's coming to prove everybody why he stamped his name as a top 3 wide receiver in the NFL. I will stamp that 100%. He said, "Oh, you guys want to downplay me? Go ahead."
Yeah, I think he got hurt. Right. Forget whatever happened in week 1 for a second, which, I mean, that's, obviously week 1 happened. But when he got hurt in the ascension, if you will, of Pickens, and there was people to have the conversation of, and I saw it out there, Pickens is a better 88 and stuff like that. The one thing I definitely know when it comes to fandom in general, not just Cowboys land, but I mean, we're talking about Cowboys, is man, the next guy up is the better guy always, right? I mean, it's just we're just talking about Spanford eating into the tight end one numbers, and we're not talking about Pickens, supplanting Lamb in any stretch, but there was conversations throughout the process, and they hear those things about where it's at, no matter how good they are together. And look, Lamb missed time, and whenever you miss that time and you didn't lead the team with receivers, it's competitive in a friendly format, and you want to go out there and be that guy. Hey, that just shows he's attentive to what he needs to do and understands the assignment, and the consummate professional, and speaks to the player that he is. And even at times before, right? It's not like the first time Lamb's had maybe a drop issue here or there. We've seen that in seasons past. And more times than not, like I remember they came back for one game, like he went directly to the practice on the jug machine right then and there. So he's always been conscious and worked on the jugs and stuff like that. But this early in camp to see him locked in, the tone setting. When your best players are doing those things, I think that's infectious to the rest of the roster. So yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it from him.
Yeah, I mean, you heard it all offseason with the talk around Pickens and all that. Right? If Pickens gets paid more, is CD going to be pissed and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
I mean, none of that mattered at the end of the day. Didn't matter then, doesn't matter now. And it's just like CD, like you said, is professional, showing up, doing what he's supposed to do, hitting the jugs before practice. Whether it's a revenge season or not, I don't know. But I do know that CD is very much so a pro and doing pro things.
I'm like, if he wants to get, look, and again, if he wants to get on that timeline, so be it. Hey, if he wants to go out here and have that type of flow to his game on the revenge season and that kind of mindset, by all means, no ifs, ands, or buts. I'll tell you something that is sticking out to me. Thicker. We do love thicker around here when it comes to our football players. All pause. He said pause.
Pause.
No pause. All gas, no brakes, no pause.
Hey, yo.
But I'll tell you something that I am noticing. And we're going to get to day 2 of practice. This kind of stretches back to the OTAs. When coaches name a player, continuously bring up a player, when they're not really prompted to bring up a player, there's usually something there. And the addition of Kobe Durant, I'll tell you what, Shotty has definitely went out of his way back in OTAs, back at the mandatory minicamp here early in the training camp. He has mentioned him in ways that he wasn't asked about, just particularly that position, whatever the case may be. So obviously the coaching staff has been pretty impressed with Durant and what he's done so far as he's been signed to the Cowboys or been added to the Cowboys roster.
And how important is that, right? I mean, huge. You got Revel here, year 2. Now he has a wrap on his knee, apparently. I haven't seen that, but AA said he saw him with an ace bandage on his knee. Could this be a soreness thing? I mean, who knows? But obviously issues there potentially. Got Bland hurt. So if you got a guy that's a solidified a player out there that you can count on week after week, I think that's important, specifically with this room and the injuries they've had.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, he started yesterday. I mean, it is what it is. Like I said, the first couple of days that came in, they're going to move people around, do certain things, try different things. And Shotty alluded to that during this press conference. Hey, some guys are good that they, the 4-day cycle, right? Hey, they worked with the 2s today. All right, we're going to flip that. Other guys are going to work there. Then they're going to drop down reps over here. So it's like, don't take a whole lot. As I was talking yesterday in the spaces, I was like, pay attention. They're looking and trying things, obviously, within that spectrum, but you're going to see other things today that you didn't see yesterday. You're asking about certain players that wasn't a whole lot of talk about, like a Sam Howell. You'll see Sam Howell today. Within that spectrum. You're going to see more things today from players maybe you didn't see yesterday within that spectrum. So guys are going to rotate those guys on where they're playing, whatever. Also noted as well, a guy who played left tackle in college, Shelton, and the guy they thought about drafting on day 2, which they went to day 3, out there right tackle yesterday, final play in Dylly.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be their swing guy. That's what Shotty said, right? So
yeah, little tea leaves.
Hey, they said he's a swing guy that, again, when you look at how Shotty's gone about building this offensive line, he wants guys that are, absolute maulers. And I'm not going to sit here and, be like, oh, well, I saw it here. But just go ahead and pull up the tape from when he was at AMG on the other side of the line from yours truly, Tyler Booker. That entire O-line had nothing but maulers on it. So it's like, dude, and now you're bringing in a guy that has played with your starting right guard now, who was very bright on that offensive line last year as a rookie. I have no complaints. this offensive line is going to be fun to watch this year. As much flack as some fans give the O-line, I think this O-line is going to be very fun to watch.
Just depends on what happens out there at LT, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's that, but I mean, I think you take a step in it. As much as we like the interior, I think you take a step in the interior though too, which is exciting, right? And you're into year 2 with Clayton Adams and what he does, and obviously Coach Riley, the offensive line coach. So now, how it comes together, right? Boy, we're going to have a lot of conversations between now and then. You know, if guy walks through the door, it's business as usual, right? Okay, they feel comfortable with him. All right, we know where we're at. We know we're going to lead into week 1, but if we get to that point in camp, as Shotty talked about at yesterday's conference, there's a point that they have that's not close. Once they get there, they're going to have some different things to talk about, perhaps. If they start playing the best 5 shuffle game, man, it would be interesting to see what that would look like.
Well, that's the question, right? I mean, everyone's asking it, right? Is Bass a better left guard than Guyton is left tackle, right? Is that your best 5 at that point? And I'd hate to kick Smith out to left tackle. I would absolutely hate that. But if it's all a matter of getting your best 5 guys out there, that might be what it is. And then if you know, my boy swings out to left tackle, then maybe he's asking for a different deal next season because he's getting paid guard money. Can't go out there and play tackle forever on guard money. So it'll be interesting to see how that happens. Best case scenario, Guyton walks through the door, is good, all right, can develop into a starter this season, and then we don't got to worry about it. But TBD, we'll see. Big season for our big camp, big season for Guyton for sure.
Yeah. I mean, and also we can kind of address a little bit in the room as well too, right? With oh, who was it? We gotta switch it out to the old style. We got somebody else here. Switch the format.
The
OG. We'll share the other thing.
Yeah, this thing. Yeah.
There you go. Boom.
I don't know how to get more people than 3 up there. So you do your magic.
Oh yeah. I'll figure. Yeah. Wait a minute.
While you do that, I will say too that my favorite part of the conference was when he was talking about the helmet thing they did, where like they muted the communication device and just had Overshown out there figuring it out, and Overshown was able to get the players out in the field the right way, right? That's promising. That's good news, and I guess that's why they considered him to be the the guy having the experience here for a few years.
Big Vex, Big Derp. What's going on, Big Derp? AKA Ben.
Hello. Ben. Oh God. Hey Ben.
Hello,
what's up?
How goes?
Who's this
How you
Derp
feeling,
guy?
Derp. What's good? That's about all I'm good for.
Oh man,
how'd you guys feel about the presser? I watched it. I was watching on your channel, but I was about 10 minutes behind, so I didn't get your overarching thoughts. I'm sure you guys probably actually already discussed that. Looking forward to another day of breadcrumbs. See what we got here, huh?
Yeah, no. I mean, that's where it's at. I think, obviously, he mentions a couple things. Talk about span forward. You know, we mentioned that a little while ago. The way his route running is night and day from last year to this year, particularly at the top of the routes and things of that ilk. Obviously, giving little breadcrumbs there with Shelton, coming in here and playing right tackle. Say he's going to be the swing. Big opportunity for the rookie within that spectrum. And then we get into, a little deception, if you will, right? Of they plan to act like because you remember yesterday we were talking about Christian Parker messaging, or radioing in all of the plays. And they made it pretend like the headset went out or whatever in real time. And Overshown had to make the call and said, and they highlighted that, or Shotty did, that he went to the correct call immediately. So, I like the planned deception within that, right? And what they're doing and testing it out and stressing these possible potential green dot-esque, Mike linebacker, so on and so forth. So, yeah, I mean, we're trending in the right direction. Again, I think the best thing, or the most interesting thing from day one at camp, is just the amount of talk that we've had about the running back room. And we got a lot of action yesterday from the running back room. So I'm interested to see what day 2 brings for action-wise for the running game.
Yeah, I mean, what was one of the biggest issues we had last year? It was communication, right? So it was good to see, just talking about the helmet thing, right? Just the communication continuing to happen even without the coaches involved. So that was a step in the right direction.
Yeah, I can't hear BJ at all. but I can hear you, Dylly. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get up out of here and come back, see if it fixes it. But I'm sure what you said was beautiful.
That's what I had to do. I was like, damn, I don't know why the hell I can't hear Nick's anymore. I was like, what happened?
Relax. Oh man, egregious. I tell you, egregious. That's just what it is. They don't want me to be great. At least for everyone who's up here, right? Anyone who's up here. So yeah, well, you know, but I love the out of the box thinking from the coaching staff. You know, hey, man, we're radioing in the calls, right? We're radioing those calls in, okay, and all those things, and then you know, behind the scenes, like, hey, we're just going to make sure we can't do it at one point, play it off, and see what happens, right? Stressing the players in a teachable way, something we talked about from the development and like what Shotty's done offensively last year and what he added. We said, man, there's a lot of guys that are developmental teaching kind of guys. And that's what Shotty wants to be, a teacher. And what they hired defense was kind of the same way, and kind of seeing that on display day one of camp from that realm to teach in a different way or throw a little wrench into the things to see how it goes. I loved hearing that. And obviously great for Overshots to respond in the right realm too. Can you hear me now,
pop quiz, right?
Yeah, just a little poppy pop. Oh.
Can you hear Nick's now, Ben?
Can you hear me now, Ben?
I sure as heck can. And you sound like a beautiful angel from some deep voice place.
You're welcome. What up, Double A?
What's up?
You're
Can
now
you guys
tuned
hear
to
me?
the Dallas Cowboys Quiet Storm. Yeah, we can hear you good, brother.
That was like some ASMR stuff. That was nice.
I'll do some Cowboys ASMR.
I like the fact that they said that Dylly likes to speed up when he talks when he makes his point at the very last second. And now I notice it too.
Oh, now I'm gonna talk so slow, and now it's gonna be unbearable.
Yeah, he's like basically in the cover 3, you got the backside hook curl doing a 2x3 playing a top low, and I think Caleb Downs is really, really, really good at that.
See, it's like a sandwich. Like I got an important thing to say in the front and in the back, and then I got to fill it out in the middle. But the middle stuff is boring to a lot of people, so I just got to speed through it. You know.
No, that's the part that makes you sound like you know ball, brother.
It's not boring for us sickos watching YouTube in July for training camp. Trust me.
Double A. The Mill says, is that an Eagles hat, Double A? Come on, you know it's not. Come on,
Luigi.
You know better.
I'm with the kiddos, man. I gotta wear the Mario hat.
No, facts. Yeah.
Can I ask you fellas something?
Go for it.
What in the world does Brian Schottenheimer think about Jadon Blue? Because every time he wants to hype him up, there's always this little sprinkle on the back end. Like, oh yeah, we had to get on to him a little bit about celebrating. Yeah. You know,
I feel like it's
place we got to
intentional.
get to first before we do our celebrating. It's like everything else was just gassing him up. It's like,
It just feels
like
it
he
feels
won a
very
guy,
intentional.
But you're just like, there's this one thing that's just eating at you each and every day. It seems like.
Yeah, it's a little Phil Jackson Zen Master stuff. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead, Double A.
So, remember, Jaden Blue was raised by his mom and his grandma or something. He didn't have a father figure in the house, and I think that they're giving him some tough love, and that's gonna go a long way for him.
Tough, yeah, toughen him up
So,
a little bit. Fair enough.
Yeah, you kind of have to, just a little bit. So, because I know some buddies that are like that, and they never had any direction in that aspect. You know, they had great moms and grandmas and stuff like that, and sisters, or whatever. But it's just different. So I think I think they realize that. Scotty's excellent when it comes to people, dealing with people and stuff. And I think, that's what he prides himself on. So when you catch on to things like that, I've been a manager half my life. Same thing, and a boss. You figure out some people need tough love, some people don't. And I think that's what they're doing.
Well, I think also too, right? I mean, this kind of talked about the consistency last year in general when it came to those things for him, and he got there to that point, and he admitted it after week 18. Then I think we go back to OTAs, and he's like, no disrespect to Blue, but this ain't real football. He's done great, but this ain't real football. And now we're getting to camp. In the past, still haven't come on, but yeah, to the point there's a little bit of a little tough love. And look, you coach players in different ways, right? and you manage, as you said, Double, you manage people in different ways. And if that's going to be the type of coaching that gets him over the hump, that gives him the best opportunity and is what's best for the Cowboys, so be it. And I think Shirley's talked about it a lot of different voices mean different. Like, you learn differently. He's been very big, and this ain't about Blue, just to the sidebar of him talking about the coaching staff and in general and how they approach us. Like, guys learn different ways, and you have to approach in different ways. And the same thing that comes to coaching as well, too.
Everything Schottenheimer does and says is extremely intentional. You look at how he's kind of taken over with the front office and gotten his voice in that, in that building without taking over completely, letting them still feel like they're in charge while following his vision, right? Like, he's very strategic. And so whenever he's up at the podium talking about these players, and it's not just for Blue, but for all these players, he's never going to say something that like negatively impacts the player. It's either going to be a challenge that he thinks the player can respond to, or maybe it's a little bit of caressing to stroke somebody's ego if they need a little ego stroke. Like, whatever he thinks he needs to do to get the best out of his players is what he's going to do up there, whether it's on the podium or on the field coaching.
Yeah, man. I think with him specifically, I think it's just about that professionalism hump, right? It's like, I just want to see you do all the little things right. And if one of those little things kind of steps out, I want to call you out on it. Yeah, the details, man. But I do think as well that they are high on Jadon Blue, and I think they're just waiting on him to walk through the door and challenging him to do so. So I agree with everything you guys are saying.
Hey, stay on him and get him there, right? Wait till you get to the letters, right? Before you celebrate, do those things.
It's such a petty thing, but it is just, it's the little things.
It's the details, right?
Follow it.
No, I could see Blue being a guy who drops the ball before the goal line, for sure.
SoCal Chopper. This is Jerry Moore willing to go all in this season, knowing Pickens and maybe a couple other guys won't be here next year. I think we're going to wait and see on that. Talk is talk, but we'll get there. Lots to be had between now and then. We'll see. Maybe.
Yeah. It seems like that's why probably someone like Broadus keeps bringing up Pickens as a trade piece, is because they seem intentional on the fact of letting him go into free agency, regardless of the type of season he has. So it's like, if you're not going to be here
but say why? But why is that though? Because Jerry also said I could see him here long. Like they've said multiple times about him being here long term.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Like it's like they obviously just want him at the price of franchise tag, even though he could get paid top tier. Seems like the league doesn't want to pay him top tier. But it's like, hey, if your stock is great, that's great for us because you had a great season. But at the same time, we're not glued to you because we've paid our wide receiver one already. So if something better does come along, I mean, it's just one of those things where it's literally wide open, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, and all that's great. But if I'm the Cowboys, acquiring a talent to move off of a talent isn't what puts this team over the hump, though. So the idea, and we're talking about the Cowboys making a move to go after it, really, really swing for the fences. Well, you can't move a substantive piece, right? Like you can't move that piece to acquire the other piece. You just can't. I mean, you're trying to load the clip, and you have to load the clip. And at the end of the day, if I'm the Cowboys, right, and ultimately I'm not going to sign him, well, why wouldn't I go ahead and let him play throughout this year and then tag him and trade him and get something for my troubles? The following year.
I think that the only way that would make sense otherwise is it's just, how they want to build the team, maybe they want a more even distribution of talent, and they feel like that does help them more than just being super stacked at wide receiver, right? But in terms of just being the best football team you can be, absolutely. We've talked about this in pretty great length as far as their window of opportunity. You want to build on that, not just take away from it and try and replace. So on and so forth.
And again, like the Pickens, and here's my pushback, and I know Broadus brought it up again. I think my pushback more so than anything is that's not how they've talked or operated throughout the entire process. Even the first time they were trying to trade for Max at the end of the day. So like why would all of a sudden it be a complete 180 now? Everything they've done is to make sure that he's going to be here no matter what, at least for this season. Have the conversation, whatever, about next season. That's fine. I'm only looking at the 27 season or 26 season right now. In every single way they've operated and moved when it comes to George Pickens to make sure he's here, to all of a sudden eject out of that just to get Max. Whenever you tried to acquire Max anyways and you wasn't willing to offer Pickens, why would I offer Pickens now after what's went down to go acquire Max whenever I didn't do it the first round? It just like none of that stuff to me organizationally would add up. Yeah, everything's walking backwards. Like I said, if you want to send the 27 first and the 28 third, sign me up. I ain't got no problems. Sign me up. Let the chips fall where they may. Outside of that, I think I'm moving on to the Sweats of the world or something else from that deal. But I'm not going to trade. And look, and be very clear, I wouldn't trade personally. I wouldn't include, like, let's say they would take a first and say Izaraku or Malachi Lawrence. I wouldn't do that trade. So forget Pickens for a second. Let me move Pickens out of the way of the conversation because that's just a hot bud and everything else. I wouldn't even move it Izaraku in a first for Max personally. F them picks. Yeah, F them picks if you want to go acquire him and keep what you have here to build upon and move from there. That's how I look at it, you know.
When you talk about Pickens, I got two questions. First one is, does trading Pickens and whatever for Crosby make you better in 2026? Pickens and a pick for Crosby, are you better in 2026?
No, I don't think. I'm saying no because I'm sorry. Like, yeah, we did see a guy like Flo walk through the door. Cool. He's walking through the door as wide receiver 3. He's not George Pickens where like it's just going to be back to where we were in 2024 when they could just bracket CD. And then now we're banking on somebody else. I'm not saying Flo can't do it, but GP's up there. He's literally a wide receiver 1. When we traded for him and only sent the third for him, we stole him. I said we now have the best wide receiver duo. 1A, 1B. Have fun. You don't immediately get to go have fun, CeeDee Lamb and Flo. That's not me disrespecting Flo. It's just he's not up to par with Pickens. And that's just the realism of it. And I'm sorry, I don't think you're going in reverse. You had we had the number 1 offense last year with Lamb and Pickens, and Lamb missed some time. Top 3. So yeah, top 3. So my thing is don't take away weapons from your quarterback who, when healthy, you have a top 5 offense every season he's healthy. So why would you take away from that to add on to? I understand the defense was terrible last year. I get it, but guys, like you're going backwards to. You took 10 steps. You jumped a country mile adding Pickens to this offense. The second you take him away, you're taking that country mile right back.
I got you, Double A. All right, go ahead, jump in there, Double A.
I have a caveat to this because I don't want to trade Pickens either. But what if some of your offensive ifs come to fruition like this? Let's say Revan Spanford is a better catcher. His routes are better. Let's say Jake Ferguson has his explosiveness back because it's been now a year since that knee injury that was nasty and his head injury. And Jaden Blue is the truth as a number 2 as a weapon. Then would you do it?
Not with the first. Yeah. But I mean, here's my thing.
Not with the first. No, it wouldn't be GP at first. It's GP and
third. And that's, I mean, now then that's a different conversation then we haven't discussed, obviously, because the big thing is the over prevailing thing is send a first to GP and it's all good. And I'm like, I'm just not sending a first with GP. If I'm trading GP, the draft capital has to be infinitely less.
Right. So Broadus said that he would send GP in a first, but what he heard was it was a significant player in a third or a first and a third. So, and I didn't even say Flo. If let's say Flo even takes a little. So let's say all your offense. We have a bunch of ifs on defense, but all your offensive ifs are green light. Then I
got you. I say it this way. I'm not robbing. Look, damn it, 30+ years. I'm not robbing Peter to pay Paul. How about that? I'm not doing it. And it might just be a 1-year stretch with those guys on offense, right? But damn it, I'm at least going to take that chance, right? That's just where I'm at. If we're going to go do that realm, like, again, I would much rather sit. Now, who knows if we could do it, right? But I would. Hey, can I send that second for Sweat and call it a day? Personally, that's where I would be at. But if the Max Crosby, God be it for us to get in the way if they want to go add Max, I'm just hoping they do it in a way where we're not going to rob Peter to pay Paul. There's going to be a way of, all right, guys, we're pulling up to the table. All right, and we're putting our chips on the table. We're pushing them to the middle. It's like, all right, I don't know how we're going to keep this together all next year. Maybe, and more than likely, we can't. But for this 1 year, with what this thing is, let's go after it and let's go try to get there.
I would feel okay with trading for Crosby today and keeping Pickens, knowing in 2027, if I knew that I could tag Pickens and trade for maybe a second, trade him for a second next season. And maybe even more if he has an all-pro type season this year, because then you lose your first, but you got Crosby, and now you've got a second back, right? So that's not really that big of a loss, and now you've got more of a long-term plan. You probably got Crosby for like 3 years or so, and then you got a plan moving forward. But that plays into my question about 2027. So if you knew that you wouldn't have Pickens in 2027, does that change? Like, it's not going to happen. He's going to be gone. Does that change your mindset about trading for Crosby at all this year and having him under contract for like the next 3 years or so?
I just think it has to be one of two things, right? I'm asking this question. Do we think the Raiders want Crosby?
Or Pickens, yeah.
I mean, Pickens, excuse me. Yeah, Pickens. I know that. Oh, yeah. I mean, Pickens. I mean, do the Raiders want Pickens?
Yeah, I don't know.
If they don't, then all this is a moot point.
We're playing Madden with it, right?
Right. So it sounds good because of this young and everything, but we don't know if they want Pickens or not. And I mean, the Cowboys were not willing to offer Pickens the first, right? Because it was, what was it? They're trying to run the offers now. It was the 20th pick in a player, then it was 12th, all these different things. But the player we know it was Osa, like we've been knowing that. It was never Pickens. And that's why I said none of this Pickens trade over there. Forget, again, I'm just going from the standpoint of, do they want him? But the other side is how the Cowboys have operated from the outset, all the way back to the combine throughout this entire process, this organization who we've talked about and given all the kudos and flowers to, they've moved with purpose and with the idea of, in a direction of what they want to do. Nothing from February to now has said they were willing to deal Pickens. So I don't understand why the narrative would change all of a sudden after a press conference that opened up training camp, right? This is kind of where
it's because on paper the value makes sense, I think, is all it is. But we don't live on paper; we live in reality, right? And you're 100% right. Who knows what the Raiders want? And so let me ask you now. So if we aren't going to go the Crosby route, would you rather then start looking at Sweat for a second round pick, or would you look at Hightower for a third?
Smith, but yeah.
Jesus Christ, this goddamn Dragon show, bro. I'm going to keep saying Hightower.
It's okay. So is Ray. Ray got you. That's all it is. Ray started the Hot Tower thing.
I say Hightower, bro, because it's the House of the Dragons at time. That's their names. But anyways, Highsmith.
I think Highsmith gives you more of what Gary was going to give you. I mean, he can get pressures and sacks and stuff, but Sweat's going to give you more quick pressures, and that's what I want. If I'm gonna give up draft capital, I want the quick pressure.
He's also an all-around player, too. He can set the edge better, I think, as well. So he's an actual complete edge.
No, he's very good. He's very good. They're both good.
So, Cal, that's going to be that Fred Warner trade? No, that's not happening. No, sir. No. Not at all. X-nay on that A.
So we talked about edges. Are there positions outside of edge you'd be looking at potentially for a trade? I mean, I think edge makes sense because we're talking about big blockbuster trades, right? But are there any groups outside you'd be looking at?
Jerry said linebacker. So I was trying to think who would be the linebacker that would be, I hope it's not Patrick Queen, but
I don't think so, just because they said they didn't agree in-house. I'm guessing, I don't know that I'm going to go with it was probably the coach staff said, no, we don't want to do that. So, yeah, I'm not sure exactly where they would go. I mean, right? I mean, I'm here with Ultra. If the Cowboys had the Harry Potter wand, they could convince the Browns to trade Swessinger. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely love that guy coming out of UCLA.
Didn't he get Defensive Rookie of the Year or something?
I believe so. That was it, right? But yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, here's the thing about the linebacker core, right? Let's have a conversation there real quick because Jerry mentioned linebacker. Look at all the work they did at linebacker, or tried to acquiring a linebacker. Prior to the draft, they call during the draft. They made a trade during the draft, and then they drafted a guy. Like, I don't know if that linebacker, it sounds great, but again, if we're just going off the idea of what they're talking about of, a up the ladder kind of move of talent, right? We're not talking about going out here and getting the, okay, well, Bobby Wagner's bringing him in, right? They're talking about swinging for the fences here a little bit. I don't know where that linebacker exists when all the work they've done. Now, that's because it hasn't been reported and we're not sure and we're not in the building. There might have been conversations about particular linebackers during this entire process in the building that they wasn't comfortable with yet until they got to a certain point, and maybe they go revisit that. That's all we talk about the Max for a lot of reasons with Jane and the questionnaires and how that went. But also you bring up the Sweat because the Cowboys were there. Now they're revisiting some of those things. So there could be, I'm not going to say there could be. There's absolutely names they've had conversations about that we're not privy to, that they might be willing to do a little bit more now just because of how the draft went since then and what they're willing to give up on that front.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I think we might be in the realm where they do make a trade, and it's just somebody out of left field that we never even talked about. It's 100% a chance.
Yeah, Ultra says, would you be mad if they got Josh Sweat and Cody Barton? I could live with that.
My left field trade would be Tyrell Dotson, the other linebacker from Miami. He's more of the Mike than Jordan Brooks was. They kind of do the same thing, though, with the Fangio defense, where it doesn't really matter. They kind of flip-flop. But I could see something like that. You're like, oh, that guy. Okay. That's the other Miami linebacker.
Man, I just felt they'd had the conversation, though, right? Already with them about it, maybe. And that's, how big of a, and again, now this goes back to what their idea of busting the budget is versus ours, or what their idea of substantive versus what ours is. Like, that's not really, swinging the fences there a little bit. You know what I'm saying? As far as how they're trying to make you look. Again, but that's the eye of the beholder, what we think that means for them inside the building, though. But, that kind of goes back. Go ahead. Go for it.
I was just going to say, when we're talking about linebackers, I actually think we're pretty good at linebacker, man. I think, and I know he's a rookie, I think Barham's going to play a big role in this defense as the season goes on, and I think you'll see more matchup-based personnel versus certain teams if they have a tough interior three blockers, or if they run a lot of eye personnel with like a fullback or like whatever. You might see Barham in the game more during those tough stretches where they need that physicality, versus Overshown might be more of your finesse guy, coverage guy, speedier team guy. Not saying Barham's going to be like a world beater, but I think we're going to see a lot of him, and I think Barham's set up to shine on this defense, to be honest with you.
I agree, Dylly. I think Barham, he's just versatile. Like, he's a Swiss, him and Caleb Downs, they're Swiss Army knives. And I'll put Overshown in that same thing. Like, those three guys are Swiss Army knives, but the way that he can, not only if he needs to set the edge, he can set the edge. But from what we heard Shotty say about him being the green dot yesterday and how well it was, I wouldn't be shocked if that allows us to use Overshown and let him just play free, because that's where Overshown has shined in Dallas, is being able to play free. So that's what I really love about what Barham brings. It's not only just his versatility, but the fact that he's allowing us to allow our free guys to actually play free.
Real quick, PJ Locke out here walking on the field with a leg sleeve, a little bit of gimp, not a little limp, not too heavy, but he'll be taking it easy for the next couple of days. Nick Harris with the video there on that, him walking out there. So again, dodge the bullet, Will Greer out there in the shorts and then with the coaching paper in hand. No, Coach Will Greer. Hey, how about them apples?
It's so funny seeing Turpin in these clips just standing next to the other players. I'll never get over how small this guy is.
Yeah, indeed. Well, it was almost like watching, the big run yesterday from Blue, and man, it was like, ooh, Deuce Vaughn, is that you?
I know. I think it was a perspective thing. I think it was maybe the angle, because there ain't no way he's that small. He's like a buck 90, 200, right?
He has the Guardian cap.
Bro, the Guardian cap, him wearing that Guardian cap makes him look like I said it yesterday, bro. It looks like a bobblehead is running on in real time. I'm like, bro, this is crazy.
CD can pull it off because he has all the hair coming out the back.
Yeah.
CD is the first player I've seen wear a Guardian cap have so much fucking aura, man. Like he just like you just see him wearing it and you're like, bro, like he just still like he pulls it off. Romeo Dobbs looks like he wears 5 helmets.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know who needs to like
swag. He's unique.
Yeah.
I'm all for protecting your noggins though. Have at it, boys.
I think with the Barham thing, I think the more we see Winters in coverage, the less we will like him. If that makes sense. Like he's gonna be fun sideline to sideline to run to the ball, but I don't think you're gonna eventually want him out there on 3rd down.
Sure. Yeah.
That's just from my watching of Winters.
And then that's the 3rd down, walk him down, get to that particular front and go from there.
Right. And you'd rather do that with Barham.
Right. That's what's all with Barham, yeah.
This is going to be all matchup and situational based. I'm 100% with you.
Be multiple, you mean?
Be multiple. You talk about these committees, you're going to have a committee at linebacker as well. Which I don't know if that's a good thing, but I think that's what we're going to end up seeing this season.
Well, I mean, if you go back to if you go look at the defenses that CP was a part of, they were able to rotate not only the front guys, but also those linebackers. And just being able to have a decent depth and rotation. And I mean, let's be honest, guys. This is the first time in a long time we can say we have decent depth up front and at linebacker. I feel like we have depth at linebacker. I don't think it's for a trade. I got to be honest. I see them more trading. Like, I get it. Everybody wants to talk about Mr. Tattoos and everything else, but I got a slight feeling it's a corner. If it's going to be on the defense side of the ball, it's going to be a corner.
I mean, just question marks there. Could be.
That's why I'm kind of more on the line of it being a corner than a linebacker.
I don't know how I feel about the depth part of the linebacker thing there. I think there are question marks. Like, we don't really know how Overshown's going to be. We don't really know how Barham's going to be as a rookie. We don't really know. We have an idea about Winters just because he has some film, but we don't know in the new system and all that. Like, it's your top 3 guys are all question marks. Shamar James, second year guy, really a question mark. Like, if they were to trade for a linebacker, I think that still would make a ton of sense.
Guys, Kavate Turpin practice rep, jet sweep, awesome.
At least it wasn't an A-gap run.
Well, it was just some random guy snapping the ball to Dak, and he just handed it to him right around. There was somebody else around. So, I need to figure out who this guy was snapping the ball to him.
Back to flow. Start your day.
I'm about to drive through Florida torrential downpour, so I will catch y'all on the audio only. All
right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
See you, Double A.
No, I'm not holding this phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We had some crazy storms here in Florida earlier today down in the Southwest. It was bad.
I mean, yeah, I don't even, with the question that I'm not sure, Ultra, as far as who would be available cornerback. I think the cornerback room and the linebacker room are kind of in the same realm. I'm more worried about corner, I guess. Although, I mean, again, as much as they've talked about, Durant, I think they really love what he's bringing to the table, and I definitely like where Bland is coming in, starting out, and him having the conversation of this is the best he's felt since prior to either of the injuries. I think it's important for sure, and what they're going to do there. I mean, we see Rebel to walk through the door and kind of move in those lanes. So I think ultimately, they've addressed things they've addressed all 3 levels in multiple ways, right? So you talk about edge. Obviously, they traded for Gary, and they added Malachi Lawrence in the draft. You look at linebacker, they traded for Winters, right? And of course, they drafted Barham. And then you go to the cornerback room. I mean, they've added Durant and others, and they drafted more. So I mean, they've added at all 3 levels. Where do they see where they need to add more to? I think it's where it's at. I mean, and out of Jerry's mouth, of the type of ilk of player they're talking about, it seems like front 7 guy, right? And maybe that's them leaning on, the guys they brought in here, the Ainsleys of the world, the Smith, and obviously Parker and the calling card there is absolutely DBs was what they do. And we look at the 4-2-5 in a lot of ways, the guy that's going to be manning that slot more times than not is going to be safety. And that's not just Caleb Downs, right? That's Jalen Thompson too. So you're looking at, mainly having two cornerbacks out there. I think they might feel a little bit different about corner than I do personally when it comes to that. So when I switch back to linebacker, okay, right, people are questioning, right? That was the big thing yesterday, just in general about Overshown and him playing the position in the switch. And I was in Busy Bee's space earlier this morning, and I'm like, I mean, at the end of the day, we had to lean into it and trust it. We haven't seen it yet. And I understand people's trepidation with it, just because, the history of him as far as injury history, but also when it comes to Overshown as well, too, is, he's a former safety. Is he really that kind of guy when it comes into those realms? And we have to let that play out and see that's where they're going with it. I think Winters is a solid get. He can play either or. I'm comfortable there. To your point, Dylly, I'm right there with you, Barham. We're excited for the Bar Hammer. Shout out to Jesse Holly. Bar Hammer. We're excited for that guy. But again, he is a rookie. How quickly do you want to load that up? How much is he going to be able to take on? And we'll see as camp unfolds and we get there. Leofeld's playing a little bit inside. Well, where's he going to be at and everything he's went through so far with this team? Excited to see where Shamar James is at, obviously, and what he did last year. Now it's the year 2 leap. What does that look like? We're not sure. So, I mean, I could see a guy in the room. I could. But I trust what they're doing there. But the health stuff there with Demo concerns me just because he hasn't been able to do it yet from a health standpoint. I'm more concerned about probably the health side of things than him understanding or being able to play the green dot stuff, because I think he's a high IQ football player. I think the edge point is I think we're excited about Izaraku going into year 2. Love Malachi Lawrence and what he brings in here. I think that's the splash year of all three of the positions to a certain extent of what you can add. And I think people are on the hunt outside the realm of just saying, hey, the Cowboys might need a more win-quick guide edge than what they have currently and how they want to up this ante when it comes to the pass rush. And we'll just see. It's a fun topic to talk about. Jerry could have put the water on it and doused it. He absolutely threw gasoline on it. Shout out to Jane pushing narrative and the question marks there. And then, of course, on the radio and stuff and around the way, it's getting pushed out there. And we'll just have to, wait and see. I do like where things are at now. And as I said this morning on Twitter, if they want to go add a piece, who are we to stand in the way of it? And they're trying to go get somewhere. I mean, I would hope that it would be in the right kind of realm of what they need to do, obviously. And that's what we're here to talk about and have the conversation on. But, man, I mean, if they were willing to go for it. And they did go max their opportunity out. I mean, buckle up, because the narrative changes immediately. If they were in the next 48 to 72 hours and boom, it's a done deal and they acquired, they just sent picks, the conversation around the Cowboys drastically changes of what we're having. We're talking about excitement versus expectation all month leading up to the training camp, Dylan. I mean, just throwing both out the window. It's up and it's stuck. It's Super Bowl or bust. That's just where it is. If they go land Max Crosby, excitement's up.
Well, yeah.
Is up. It's E times 2. It's over. It's going to be, hey, this is the window now. Go get it.
Yeah, that player specifically changes everything. And when you look at, you mentioned nickel, obviously, and all that. When you look at what position they could trade for that really could turn this into, at some point this season, into an elite defense, it's an elite pass rusher off the edge. I think is very, very, very obvious. I think you could trade for a corner and be better. You could trade for a linebacker and be better. I don't think either thing makes you take the next level, the next step into a potential elite defense at some point this season. So just from everything Jerry was saying, I think it would have to be an edge, and it doesn't have to be Crosby. Like if they got a Sweat, like that would be a huge get as well. It's not as big as Crosby, of course, but that's a huge move. It's a huge move, and probably not. Well, you wouldn't be giving up a first at that point. So there's other things they can do to make them get close to that next step. But it just sounds like if it was going to be an explosive thing, I think it's quite obvious that it would be that guy in Vegas.
I mean, I see in the chat, Christian Gonzalez brought up because they're having some contract things over there. I mean, be very clear. I would absolutely go acquire Christian Gonzalez. I think he is an absolute lockdown corner. And they'd be pretty excited about getting a Christian Gonzalez in here. Look, I think they'll figure it out and get the contract done. It's neither here nor there. But yeah, I mean, just to acknowledge the chat here a little bit there, talking about Christian Gonzalez. The answer is yes, for sure. We can go get that guy. A loan shark. Wait.
An old school debt collector that's going to bring a baseball bat and collect your money.
That's a nickname. Forget the bar hammer. He's the debt collector.
The debt collector. Yeah, from like the 1920s. 1920s mafia debt collector. I love it, dude.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Chicago says, hey, we got Max. Oh, I helped my wife shop at Sephora 4 hours with no complaints. Yo, I told you expectations and excitement is, man, out of the window. The roof is blown off. It does not matter at that point. No. Oh my goodness.
No, I think we're good on the tackle front. I think we're all right. Would I love to have him? Sure, but yeah, no. No, sure.
Yeah, you should be looking to add other things at that point, obviously. Or I won't say, hit the wrong button there. Not obviously, but just in general. Let me show y'all that. Let me give you that Turpin. Can I give you that Turpin joint real quick? Yeah, Turpin joint. You want to see this rep or what? Hold on. Oh no, I lost. No, did I lose it? I lost the rep,
did it refresh and it's gone?
Oh yeah, right when I went over there, I had it up there, and right when I went over there,
it happens all the time. I got my X Pro feed up, so it's feeding me everything in real time.
That's what I always forget about that when I'm over here on the old Twitterverse, the old pro feed. That pro feed, man, is. I mean, sometimes it refreshes a little fast.
Yeah, but the cool thing about it is it lets you scroll down and find it though, versus like the traditional thing just is gone forever.
Yeah, it's gone, and you gotta at that point you gotta just search it.
Pray that you knew who posted it or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. What's this right here? Oh, this is okay. Oh, there we go. I got it up now. Don't you worry, guys. I got this Turpin. See, Turp, I love you, bro. Don't ever think otherwise.
Clip it.
There we go.
Chat.
Boom. Watch this. Get it out. Get out. There you go. Tasmanian Turp. Hey, who's this? Who's snapping the ball over here? We got to figure out that guy snapping the ball to Dak there.
That's Deuce Vaughn.
Chill out.
Yeah,
let me see.
Smoking.
that was Zeke Elliott playing center.
Oh, Zeke Elliott.
No. Don't do that to us, Dylly.
You know what's funny? This Gotti thing. I saw Bleacher Report post an image with the players, and they had the 3 receivers up there alongside the running back, tight end, quarterback, and they had Turpin in there instead of Flournoy.
Yeah.
Silly.
Do a little handoff, working under center. Yeah. Oh, there's go Sam Howell sighting, y'all. I know my guys were looking for Sam Howell yesterday. Shout out to John Machota. Dropping some joints, dropping some love in here, some clips, some little clippy clips. Yeah. So
going to see Spicy tomorrow.
Yep,
hey,
I'm
that man John
tonight.
Machota. We need every week this season. We cannot skip a floating Dak photo. Need them.
That's facts. Well, what we got here? A little workout, a little smoking.
Lucky Whitehead.
Oh, Lucky Whitehead. Look at the Ron Bland getting through there.
That is crazy.
Little Bland over there. There you go, guys. Little clip action. So, yeah, man. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, we got a massive overpay.
Ben with the post. Hutchins barbecue. I am inside you with a picture of barbecue on the table.
I'm not mad at that.
Let's call out Ben.
Not mad at that.
Looks good.
Not mad at
that. Looks good.
Bro, Hutchins barbecue is amazing. I might go do that tomorrow now.
Just go home here for a second. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the floor noise stuff, right?
Silly.
Piecing up. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. And I posted this. I was like, people are telling me that he broke out last year. Like, he did to an extent, but it wasn't a massive breakout. Like, he's a household name now. I think this is the season that becomes reality. And those silly little posts where Turpin's wide receiver 3, I think that goes away. And Flournoy is a name that everybody knows about across the league.
Yeah, I think, I mean, that's another guy, right? Shorty's talking a lot about as well, too. And even to the point of, special teams, like, I don't know about the special teams.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to let him go over there. You want to figure that out a little bit without him. So, yeah, that's, I think here's the thing, right? I think he did evolve and break out last year. That doesn't mean breaking out, doesn't mean a household name, but I think he absolutely showed up. The year 1 to year 2 jump was there. And again, but I always talk about that. It's not just about year 1 and year 2 and those jumps. It's those first 3 to 4 years is where you see the massive jumps from rookies. And that's just the law of the land, right? At the end of the day, year 1, year 2, year 2, year 3. And by year 4, you kind of know what you have as a player. Not to say that players don't incrementally or different things get better or arrive later, but ultimately through the first 3 seasons, you kind of know what you have, and for sure the things put together by year 4.
Well, that's your foundation, the first 3 years, right? Like you're building your house up, you're laying the foundation, you got the walls up, and it's like you tinker with stuff here and there throughout your whole career, but like those first 3 years is your foundation. That's when we talk about players like Mingo. Like there just doesn't seem to be a foundation there, and some of it's his fault, some of it's not. Like I'm not going to say he's blameless. Some crappy circumstances there for him, but we're into year, I don't even know what now, but he's been in the league for several years now, and it just hasn't gone anywhere. So I'm really enjoying the development of Ryan Flanoy and how he's progressed so far. Man, I expect big things this season. We talk about a vertical guy, kind of the seams and stuff. I wonder if he's a guy that you can kind of motion in at times and kind of run those seams up the field he's not like a huge guy, but a bigger body receiver, got good hands. I wonder if he's a guy that can count on for those kinds of things.
2 feet, it's all good.
And he's
No C Walker out.
Too.
Yeah, look, No C out here getting some good clips. Shots to Patrick No C Walker. Boom, boom. Nice.
That helmet does look good on CD.
Yeah, it does.
Whoever said that before was right.
Yeah.
New final play.
No, big facts. Big facts.
Like, bro, me and Double A, like I saw it yesterday, and I was like, man, you know what? I think he's the first player I've seen pull it off. Like, actually,
he cracked the code. Yeah, it's a little bit different looking too, right? It's not a weird. It's almost like a Velcro. Yeah, it's a different look type of Guardian helmet. Yeah, I mean, leave it to CD to figure out some kind of way to make it fashionable, right? I mean, this is an interesting. Let me pull this one up here real quick. Let's see here. A little. Here, throw this one out there at y'all guys real quick. Go get it here. A little in cut, boom slant, boom catch, and then out the ball. Oh, get around. Using the big old ball. Yeah, how about that?
Watch out for those defenders diving for your legs.
Yeah.
Those safeties.
Boom. Oh, got there. Who's on the other side there running that? Was that Mingo on the other side? Couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Yep, that's 81.
Yeah. Come on, Mingo. Have it stack days, Mingo. Had a good day yesterday. Stack some days up, Mingo. Come on.
Jonathan Hankins, Cowboys legend, retiring. Just announced.
Man, he was such a good pickup in the middle of the season for us and gave us a couple of nice little seasons, man. For sure.
That season and a half that he gave us was really nice.
Yeah. I was so hyped when we made that trade. I was like, oh, we got some beef in the middle. Thank God. Probably could use a little bit more, but I digress.
It was night and day. I remember when he was in and out of the lineup. Night and day. Funny what one good guy in the middle does for your team.
Man, I just remember. I was at work and my buddy called me and he said, that man Jerry Jones really did that. And I was like, did what? And he said, you haven't seen? I said, no, I'm at work. And he goes, y'all got Big Q. And I was like, you're lying.
Yeah.
Straight up on my feet, everybody talk about it.
The boy was turned up. Yeah. Hey, real quick. I mean, how about Shotty shutting out Elijah Clark today, huh?
Yeah.
He's a guy that I think he's gonna make the roster. And I mean, I'm not gonna say, I'm not sitting here like, oh, one play definitely did it for him. But guys, that play against Philly last year, come on. Getting bullied down the field and still gets down to make a big play and force a fumble. That goes a long way. Like with the type of coach that Shotty is, that just goes a long way.
All right, y'all. I have what's needed. I want Michael Trigg exciting. I got you a Trigg exciting. Shout out to Nicole Hutchins. There you go.
Dude, what are we doing with that 46 though? I don't
know.
Really I mean, that.
Yeah, I think if he makes the squad, they'll change that. But Boom.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I can't even enjoy the clip. I don't like it.
Just look at the helmet. Just look at the footwork. Don't look at the
helmet.
Look at the feet work.
The helmet doesn't help
look
either.
I know. That's why I said go to the feet. That's why I said look at the. I said no. Just look at the footwork. Yeah. I said no. Go to the footwork. Oh, watch that footwork. Look at Dak looking on there, walking by. Boom, stick, get. Okay.
Hey, keep it playing. Keep it playing.
Okay. Oh, you want to keep it playing? You don't go. Yeah, I got you.
Wow, I see one more time.
Will Greer, look, Shotty clapping it up, loving it. Dak clapping it up. There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
All right. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Let's see him down that seam with some defenders on him. That's what I want to see with my.
Oh yeah. That was interesting too. Them talking about the some of the seam working. Shay's like, y'all probably got the numbers. I don't, but little sidestep there.
So was that Trig wearing 46 or was that
correct?
Okay.
Correct.
I thought Princeton Fant was wearing 46.
Not anymore.
But I mean also it's training camp, so you're gonna have several people wearing the same number. So
not big facts. They'll move around there a little bit. Lockout there. They signed some autographs while he's rehabbed the hyperextension. So funny just seeing Turpin standing next to Pickens. Oh, good grief. You getting the bag work in. But yeah, I mean, again, Elijah Clark getting mentioned. I mean, special teams doesn't matter, right? Getting back into it and where it's at. Oh, boy, Nick, you were saying learning more about Pickens every day. What do you got? What you on here? Big shock, Lamb and Pickens together over there. Okay. Snap your fingers to your step, little dance. All right, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. Do.
I gotta step out for just a minute. I'll be right back.
You're good. No, you're good. Go ahead, brother. He said, I gotta step out. To the left. To the left.
Man.
Let me get this. Go ahead, brother.
You know how Fanatics makes those shirts about like dynamic duo? They do it for the NBA. They do it for MLB and the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of doing like the old school like Atari type duo, can we please get a Spider-Man and Venom duo shirt for CD and GP? Like that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Not gonna hold you.
Like just give us that. Just give us that. Like we need it.
Yeah, little that's the.
Wait, George Pickens, you're a junior? You are? Wow.
Oh, look at the crowd out there, guys. It's not full. I wonder how much we're going to hear about that. About the
Wait, George Pickens, you're a junior?
George Pickens, you're a junior. What? Oh, he said, yeah. Okay, kid asked him. Okay, that's what it was. But yeah, wondering how long it's going to be before we hear about the lack of attendance at training camp.
Nobody,
always,
like, all due respect to the game, people want to be there next week when they got the pads on. That's what people want to see. Sure. That's what people want to see.
Yeah. I mean, I know some of the things they've changed out there, like some of the double fields and the VIP stuff. I think that's maybe downtrodden a little bit, but I'm with you. I think, when the pads come on, I'm willing to bet we're going to see a little bit more for sure. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I need to curate my timeline. I don't know what's going on over here. I'm never on my Mac on Twitter, so I have no clue what I'm doing here. Rashawn Gary hitting some shots in the Harris. Oh, you gotta look at there. You gotta hit the. How about that? Okay, you gotta hit it and quit it there a little bit. Yeah, and then get the red ball. Shout out to all these big red balls they've added. Look at Bane. Okay. I like how they got to keep them low too. A little nice little thing to make sure they're low over there. Oh, Dak to Jake. Bing, boom.
Is it a seam ball?
I mean, it's a little deep out. Looks like. Let's see. Boom. Throw it up there. Take a look.
Since that was all the talk this morning about Dak and his
lots of seam.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's such a. I'm sorry. Bird is exactly who I think a lot of Cowboy fans thought Blake Jarwin was going to be. That man, Blake Jarwin, was just an athlete.
Yeah, dude, Blake Blake could have stayed healthy. You know, I mean, that's unfortunately, just not what happened. But yeah, what is this? Is now the perfect time Dallas to add a running back? I don't know. I think I'm good on the room right now. Let these guys go compete for a little bit. I always feel like you can get a veteran running back at a particular time, right? Like if you're trying to get a particular, I guess if you're trying to go up the ranks, get a particular type of running back, maybe that's a little bit different. But like, if you're just not comfortable in your room, I feel like there's always like a veteran style guy that's going to be available for you that you're going to feel pretty good about at the end of the day.
I mean, Nix, I'm right there with you. I feel perfectly fine with the running back room. I mean, obviously, Javonte, that's a gimme. I am going to count Hunter Lepke because our guy Nick Harris counts him as a running back, so I'm gonna count Lepke as a guy. Even though
he is. I just wish they would give him give him more touches. I think that's just the thing for me. But you got to count him though. I'm with you, final play. You got to count him.
Yeah. So and then I'm a huge Maffa fan. I get it. I get what happened yesterday. Maybe it's karma for him. I think it's a little bit of a karma thing for him. Running through a guy with no pads on.
Mills, don't you start the Zeke agenda today.
We're not doing that.
I know I said at any point in time you can go pick up a guy to help you out. God bless Zeke and what he did for this team. He hasn't been on the roster in 2 years, Zeke. Don't you start. Zeke, but hey, it's just a long going. It's a long going joke with Mills though. Mills is a super, He likes to mess with me. It's all good. and I appreciate Zeke. I don't have any issues with Zeke whatsoever, man. Bro. All right, brother. Be safe, Davion. But yeah. The Zeke, there will not be a 3P to Zeke, in my opinion, ever. Not that somebody might not pick up Zeke. Somebody might pick up Zeke after he set out last year, though, and got his body maybe a little bit in better condition, but it won't be in Dallas.
You know what, guys? I think we're gonna bring back Dalvin Cook for fun.
Oh Lord!
I called into storyline. I called the Nick Eatman storyline today, and he says don't count out. Oh, excuse me. He says don't count out Malik Davis.
I think for good reason, right? I mean, he showed you enough last year. He's just a guy that sticks around, plays special teams, and Dylan, we had the conversation leading up to camp here of. I think we all agree, like, they should have trusted him a little bit more and gave him some more carries, the back half of last year once he became that position. They just, unfortunately, they just didn't. Shotty mentioned him today, called him the holiday killer. Talks about what he did, on Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatnot. But, yeah, man, I wish it'd be interesting to see for sure. Yeah, I can't rule him out.
It's just one of those things where it's like he's not the power back like Maffa. He's not the speed back like Blue, but he's just like a well-rounded guy that just does his job. And it's not exciting or interesting, but like he comes in off the bench, right? And not even having a job, comes onto the practice squad, makes his way onto the active roster and just shows up. And then he's to a point where it's like he should have got more touches. So like I don't know why he's not talked about more, and we're guilty of it. We don't talk about him much. But he's definitely a guy that I think could compete too.
He is a guy that I'm not going to count out, but just with his history of being here and how many times, like, we have, when it gets down to the 53-man, we have cut him and got him back on the practice squad, just with how many times that has happened.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm like, I wish it would have been, if it would have been connecting then, I don't think it'd be up for a question per se. Because I think if you have a guy like Blue and Maffa that can just step through, especially Blue, the way that that we want to see him step through. I think that, if I'm being honest, I think that's a nail in the coffin on Malik Davis.
I mean, maybe ultimately that's, the battle is, between Malik and Mafa about who they want as the true, if Williams was supposed to go down, who will we rock with? Maybe that's where it's at. But I mean,
yeah,
great part. We're just in day 2 of this, let it play out.
I just don't know how much they value Malik because they had him last year, right? And he didn't get maybe the attention that we thought maybe he should have gotten from the coaching staff.
Shotty admitted that. Know. I mean, Shotty even talks about that, not today, but previous during this offseason, like, probably should have got any more carries. That's on me, So, I mean, he acknowledged that. What does that mean going forward? I mean, you just have to kind of wait and see.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. It'll be fun. Be fun to watch in the preseason.
Also, I did like Shotty talking about who stood out at camp today in the presser leading up to today's practice from day one. Talked obviously Milton Blue. We talked about that, but Izaraku and Jalen Thompson. Thompson definitely, and look, we're out here clip farming a little bit, clip baiting, because we're just getting clips from the guys. Shouts to all the guys and ladies out there doing phenomenal work and sending those clips our way via Twitter or even TikTok or the spots. But multiple times where it wasn't about Jalen Thompson, you could see him kind of flashing and flying around. And that's, like, for me, this is a guy that I've been very consistent on. I don't think a large majority of the fan base understands how good he is because he was out there in the desert. He's one of those guys, like, once the games start counting and people see him play, I think we'll be very pleasantly surprised by the addition and what he's going to bring to the table.
Oof. Just saw a Deron Bland PBU.
There you go.
In live action.
Trending in the right direction. Let's go.
Shout out John Machota for the clip.
Nix, I'm right there alongside you with Jalen Thompson. I think when we got to the end of the season and we were just looking at this team and then we ran through the whole list of free agents one day in a space, and I think you and I were like very quick to circle Jalen Thompson. And it's just, and I'm right there with you. I don't think a lot of people understand how good of a safety he is because he was in Arizona. Like, is what it is.
Out there in the desert, Same thing with Sweat. Like, if the Cowboys would acquire Sweat, I think most people just remember him maybe from the Eagles or whatnot. Like, he went to the desert and, okay, out of sight, out of mind.
But that's because it's them. Like, it's not like it's not like him not like they were performing out there. It's not like they weren't like they were just names that got signed and then nothing ever came. No, these guys were out there doing stuff. It's just the situation.
Is that the Barham play?
Oh, here we go. Got the clip here. This is from Harris. Oh no, I hit the wrong. Oh, hold on. My bad. Get out. There it is. Well, playing down there at the bottom right. Let me get that. Let me get them chats out there. Boom. Sit. Go. Get in front. Ugh. Dak a little late there with that throw, though, I think.
Yep.
A little late there. Watch that again. Watch that again. Look, defensive shift to the right. Boom. Comes back.
Should have been a pick.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, could have been. Could have been. Like,
if you look up Joe Hoyt, he just posted one too of Barham getting sealed off on a reverse to Turpin. Ferguson seals off Barham off the edge.
Watch this. We'll watch this snap one more time here, and then we'll pivot for sure. Boom. Plants got there, but I mean but let's explain real quick here when I'm talking about Bland and the conversation piece around him in this scheme. And for me, was with Christian Parker. I was like, I think Parker understands the player, and what Bland is that guy that sits back and reacts. Like, that's what he's really good at is backpedaling and coming forward, right? And responding and reacting. And again, that's what gets you caught up in double moves. Like, that's happened, right? It's not, it is what it is. But this is where, like, how he just played this and what they allowed him to play. That is at his best in coverage and what he's done.
And it's smart. he's a smart guy too, because he knows that as soon as span 4 breaks, span 4 is not going to turn up the field and go run past him, right? Go make the play at that point. There's no double move coming, so it's smart by Bland to jump that for sure.
Yeah, like watch as soon as span, boom. Yeah, as soon as that's a good sign for the foot. I'm not going to hold you.
And honestly, though, span 4 needs to push that too before turning back. He slows down, and that gives Bland the key there.
But as soon as he plants, watch Bland. Oh, I'm up. Yeah, I'm up. Now, if Dak throws that, to the left shoulder, the inside shoulder, Bland could have been in trouble, but he didn't, so it doesn't matter. But just watching Bland reaction here, and look in his push off to make that place off his left foot. Why is that important, Dylly?
Injuries.
Yeah, both surgeries on the left foot. Pay attention here. Whenever he sets to go forward and jump, boom, left foot push.
That's a great point.
Good sign. It's a good sign there. It's a good sign.
Mentally, it's a good thing.
He's trusting it, right? I mean, that's the big thing there. He's trusting it, right?
Absolutely.
You see that. So that's good clips. And again, and those are the small things. Like if you're asking me when I'm looking at clips, those are the small things with the player, this particular player. I'm looking for things within that spectrum. How do you play it? What is he looking at? Okay, not span 4, excuse me, but Bland, we know it's the left foot. Which foot did he push off of to make the play? Those are the small things. Because again, it's not all 22 tapes, not those things, but how much can you really break down a clip that we're getting and do something. But you said our guy Hoyt got his little bar, him getting sealed.
Yeah, go hunt with on Hoyt's page there.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Barham. Well, I won't. Let's show it, and then we can talk about it, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, on that play though with Bland and span forward. Yeah, I that's the first thing I looked at too, was that left foot, him planting on it and getting out. That looked great. As a former wide receiver, I am going to park on span forward. Hey, bro, attack the ball, please. You can't. Don't just sit there. Stay moving. Help your quarterback help you.
Okay. Now, number one, y'all gonna stop talking about my tight end Fergie on this play. All right, before I get this thing up here.
Let's get some pads on, Nix. All right.
Look at my guy Fergie here hitting the bar hammer.
He ain't afraid of no killer.
Yeah, nah. Hey, I think here's the interesting part though. What we saw is pre-snap. Wait till it gets back to the top here. Pre-snap, up, walk down, shift, right? So he was coming from the linebacker position, walks down to the edge, boom. Remember we showed the practice earlier, wherever Dak was doing the end around, right? The jet sweep to Turpin with nobody against the air. Now, like they were passing earlier, boom, here you go.
Look at the Ferg step to the inside first, too. Watch that. Watch what it does to Barham.
One false step. One false step.
Got him.
Yep, I got you to take that false step. It's over.
That's all it takes in the NFL, too. That's all it takes. That's it.
False step. Oh, gotcha.
My guy Sam. That was Sam on the outside originally, too.
Here's the thing, Barham. You must contain the edge. There's no reason for you to step inside, right? Sam slides inside, you come outside. Okay, contain and you take a false step for no reason.
Yeah, and he knew it too. As soon as he did it, he knew it was trouble.
Hey,
good job by Ferg, though. Good sell.
Yeah. Do it now. Ferg with a little veteran action. Hey, watch my feet.
You see Guyton on that play too? If you pull it back up.
Yeah, pull it
see
back
Guyton versus, I think it was Sam.
Yeah. Guyton versus Sam right there looks great. Yeah.
Oh, got him on this. Oh, you know what? Line shifts left. All the line goes left. Am I tripping?
No, the whole D line went left.
Yeah, they got caught. They got got.
They got got.
They got got. But great seal though. But
they
again,
got Gotti.
Yeah, they got indeed.
Oh.
Dak Gotti. Yeah, but I mean, look, he gets to the shoulder there on Sam. Look, like Sam shoots it, helps him, but he doesn't let him escape out the back door. Doesn't let him shoot through. Right. I mean, again, right. There's no pads, obviously, right within that spectrum, but gets to the shoulder, extends, boom, got him. Seal.
That was it was a 3-man, right? To start with, they shifted over and then Barham came down. Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that next to Stan?
So that's interesting.
It looks like 91. I'm just trying to think of.
We'll get there again. I'll get that one more time. Bullard, right?
Yeah. But I don't know how much. Sam's gonna be playing in that role in the regular season.
I mean, that's kind of what he did in college a little bit, though, for what it's worth at times. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, just getting there. What we said, we need a flow. Somebody said there was some flow action out there.
Rayshawn Holden, John Machota, 30 seconds ago. I haven't watched it, so I got no idea what it is. But the name excites me.
The name excites me is exactly what we love to hear. He's a guy that I'm really hoping. Like I had a lot of hope when we got him. I mean, I still do have a lot of hope for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That's crazy, but
he's got plenty of
yeah, I
left.
mean, yes, year two. I mean, it's it's just about, hey, can you make that jump from year one to year two? Oh, it's a handoff to Holden.
Here's a good one from No C. Flournoy in the middle of traffic. Of course, No C adds the slow down to it. Can't just play it.
Uh-oh. We got a little blue. Little blue. Let me dial it up. Y'all want some RB action? Some RB action. Jump cut. Get out there. Somebody catch him. Overshown. Hey, watch Overshown.
You see that?
Here a little bit.
Look at that setup too.
Look at down's inside. Everybody going left. Oh, what? Where y'all going? What happened? Where y'all going? Watch the inside. Where y'all going? Nope. Down's in. Overshown got sucked up in there. Pause.
Overshown. Oof.
Yucky. I mean, look, Caleb Downs is right there next to him. He goes, look, both of them.
Caleb goes left. Bang.
Yeah,
down.
The whole line. Yeah. Ouch back.
Yeah, I wonder who's, because you're reading your keys, right? The whole O line is flowing that way, so you're following, right? You got the polar going that way. Counter's back though, so and I can't tell. I can't see the whole thing, so I wonder whose responsibility that is to pick that up on the backside.
A little razzle dazzle. Razzle dazzle there. But I mean,
hey, if y'all are in here still, let me throw this out real quick, Nick. So if y'all are still in here, please like, subscribe, all that cool stuff. New channel starting out. Got a lot of content coming here starting the season, so pay attention.
See, do I have a different? Hold on, we have a different look here on that play from Machota.
Yeah, please. I'm really interested on the right side of that defense
because I don't know. I don't even know if this helps though. Oh, hold on. Damn, he got tackled again. Johnson. And the coach got, whoa.
Throw it up.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on. I got you.
You're edging us here.
Hold on. Yo, ow. We got taken out there.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything's going left. I don't know what happened there. Not enough action from the back, but yeah, I mean, brother, he tried to punch it and tackle. Whoa, maybe a little too physical. A little too physical. There's going to be fights when these pads come on. Everything is left, and all of a sudden, boom. I don't know if there was something on the other side or what. Man, appreciate you, Ultra Cowboy. My God. I appreciate that.
Thanks, Ultra.
Appreciate you, brother. Hold on, got to hit a little. Oh, we got a new sub. Wait, where's it at? New sub.
Once we get to 500, we got the watch time. Once we get to 500 subs, we'll be able to do little cool sound effects and whatnot.
I just got you a gong for a sub. I got a little gong for the sub. Did y'all hear that?
That's all manual. I got plans. I got plans once we get to 500. I got some.
There's only so much I can do. I'm working with the things that are in front of me. See, that explosion sounds so terrible.
Yeah.
We're in the poorhouse right now. We're working on it, though. We're working on it for sure.
Yeah, there's nobody on that. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. I wish it was zoomed out just a little bit so I could see.
Yeah, or just a reverse angle. Yeah, reverse angle would be nice there. Shout out to John Machota again, man. All these guys, John Machota, Joseph Hoyt, those guys are out there doing. Nick Harris, No C, Patrick Walker. I'm sure guys that you are for sure following already, but definitely want to give all the props to Nicole Hutchins as well. She's out there doing great work. So Yeah, I just want to definitely give the big props to them and the clips that we're getting here to be able to react to and look at, man.
No C just posted that same play 35 seconds ago, but with some slow-mo. Maybe helps you see a little better.
Unless we can see the backside, I don't know.
Yeah, it only opens in a tiny screen on my screen, so I can't tell. Let me just see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Hooker got sucked into. Looked like he might have had some backside field responsibilities, and he got sucked in as well, all the way across the field.
Oh, another good throw from Joe Milton and the great catch by Camden Brown, the undrafted rookie. Look, Look, Milton taking some zip off the ball. Good job there, Milton. Good job.
That's good.
Took a little zip off the ball. How about that?
Milton's the guy. They say, hey, your hands hit the ball. You got to catch it to the receiver. The receiver holds up his hands. He's like, I ain't got no hands left. They're gone. They fell off. Buddy hit me with a rocket. SoCal wants to know. We think Downs is going to play in the preseason?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You think?
Just to get a little taste, yeah. I think so.
Oh, we got a little Calvin Watkins, a little Pickens sighting here from Calvin Watkins. It'll be opposite field here. Obviously, we see Dak McLaughable there. We see who there's in the old slotty slot. Yeah. And bam. Got him.
Who was that over there? I couldn't tell.
I was trying to see the number. I'm not sure.
Is that Pickens or somebody?
That's Pickens on the Pickens with the catch here on the other side. I'm trying to see who's against.
Carson?
Oh, Carson. Yep, 21. It is. Boom. Good throw though by Dak. I mean, that's
perfect.
I mean, it wasn't that was bad coverage there, but that was great. Yeah, that was great though. That was great rep there. Great rep there. Do. Even Calvin Walker's getting some clips out here. Let's go. How about it?
A little Dak to CD versus Revel, looks like.
You know what
Hitch?
Okay. You know in that play, I think what happened? Go back here. And of course, I'm talking about the blue. I think the play went. Yeah, the play started to the right. He just cut it back. Defense over pursued on that blue play that we were trying to figure out.
It wasn't a design counter?
No, I don't think so. I think if they over pursued, he just cut back.
Well, it's good eyes, good vision.
Yeah, because
I mean, that's the kind of shit that gets you in trouble, though, too. But
yeah, I did just way over pursued it. Gonna turn, line's going left, he's going left. Yeah, I think he just stops plants and goes backside.
You want to share it
again? I mean, it's the same one as yeah, I can share it. It's no C where he slows it down. Give me just a second. Yeah, it's no C one where he slows it down. To me, that's about the cleanest view I've seen on it. Yeah, I think he just cut it back, guys. I'll be honest with you here. I'll throw it up there. All right. Watch the whole line. They're really going, or I guess they're going right, I should say. And then boom, and all of a sudden he's on the other side.
Yeah, because they got who was that 73 out in the second level.
Yeah.
Looks like a
watch Dak where the handoff is at, right? And watch everything kind of flow. See, and he starts off going towards the off tackle. Like if you look at the very backside there, when the play starts for blue, he's going off tackle. I think he just sees it inside.
And if it was the design counter, you would have a guard pulling the other direction.
Right. And it's not
There's
there.
nobody.
Yeah. I think he just saw the backside hole and jump cut and made it get over there.
Yeah, I mean that's cool if you got the ability to do it, right?
Wow.
But that's also if you count on that, that's just shit that get you in trouble a lot. But I mean, if you can make it work all day.
Also watch.
There's a
go
rucker
ahead and
at the
take a look
edge
at that
though.
backside. Yeah, watch that back. Watch Barham go up against. I believe that's Schoonmaker. Like Schoonmaker actually he's trying to maintain that outside hole, but then he just Barham bites on the inside, and Blue makes him pay for it.
The whole defense goes left. Everybody reacted and went that way. Overshow's got to stay home a little bit more, though. Overshow overruns the hole there. I mean, we can talk about
safeties too
a little bit. Yeah, I mean, we could talk about that, but Overshown right there, he can't, like, that was just too, you just, like, white. See where Overshown's at, how split he is? Dude, that's way too much. He got caught. You can't do that. Overshown was just way too aggressive there on that front.
Same as Revel. Wow, bro, you're the backside corner. Like, you're taking, like, your angle shouldn't be coming down that low.
Now, this could have been a situation where Barham was supposed to slide over and fill, though, right? You know, when you stack and fill, like, because you watch Downs and you watch Overshown both slide, and then you look at Barham on the other side. Barham just never gets there. That might have been what that call was. And this is the part about save that I always talk about is, all right, we're looking in real time at how the play kind of develops, but we don't know what their actual keys were and what it was. So what I'm looking at is you're looking at you're looking at Downs right there next to Overshown and how they move. And then, okay, now the next watch, I go back over to Barham. You see Barham coming that way as well, too. Watch the shift immediately, right? He just never gets off and gets there. So as I'm sitting here saying Overshown overran it, that key might have been exactly to go that way, but the guy that he was tied to, right, didn't get there either, and he got caught. So coachable moment, within that.
Apparently, Anthony Smith just made a nice play. I don't see the video yet, though.
SoCal.
He said he juked somebody out.
I mean, it's day two. It's day two here, SoCal. It's day two, man. When we're clip farming, right? I mean, we're just riding the wave on some clips right now. People are going to get got. Period. People going to get got.
Just on our tractors doing the Lord's work out here farming, right?
Yeah,
we got to do
what we're doing. Yeah.
But let's see the paths get on. I mean, it's also tough to trying to be physical without pads. Linebacker is a physical position. Defensive line's a physical position. Like, it's tough to do anything without your pads on. So let's give it a little time. Give it a little time.
Well, let's see.
I want to see this Anthony Smith play that I know she's talking about. The video hasn't popped up yet.
Yeah, I'm looking here a little bit.
First incompletion of camp so far for Milton. It's all downhill from there.
Oh, damn. Hey, it was a long time, though. It took him a long time to get there.
But it's actually a pretty good throw, too.
Mm-hmm.
No slant.
So you're saying it wasn't his fault? Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right, that's what I'm
talking about. It was a little overthrown. But it was all right.
Trayshawn holding on a handoff. That's what that play was earlier. Okay. I guess at the end of the day, I'd rather him getting the handoffs than Lamb, but the running back handoff stuff. The wide receiver, I should say. The wide receiver handoff.
Just get rid of it completely.
Man, I'd like to throw it out. I get it. I understand it, but I'm just like, man. It doesn't drive me as wild as when they did the motion Zeke out of the backfield all the way to the boundary. And it was an empty backfield. Oh, it drove me absolutely wild. I understood why they did it. Didn't change the fact that it absolutely drove me wild at the same time.
I don't hate like the end arounds and stuff, but I don't think you're at a point where you got to like supplement your running backs with wide receiver handoffs out of the backfield.
I don't. Is Josh Allen even available from Jags? I have no clue. Hey, what's going on, Robbie? Hope you're doing well, brother.
Robbie.
Get opportunity, slide over to YouTube if you can. If you get opportunity, appreciate you. But I don't know how available Josh Allen is though within that spectrum.
It'd be interesting, but yeah.
It would.
Is he not available?
For sure. Oh,
Joe Milton touch pass.
Can anybody tackle Javonte Williams off of screen? Apparently not. It's okay.
Oh. Okay. All right. It didn't end up being a catch, but if you go check out No C, just posted 18 seconds ago. Nice throw by Joe Milton.
Here's a little Javonte, little screen action here. Boom. Look at Book get out there. Bye-bye, Overshawn. Sorry, Overshawn. Booker's got hands on you, good sir.
You've been booked.
Yeah. Dun dun.
Book him, Dano.
Yeah, facts. Need that damn Law and Order. Dun dun. Right there. Boom. Dun dun. It's over.
Dylly Nicks, thank you guys for letting me come in here and
No,
talk.
absolutely, brother, man. We appreciate you, man.
I'll y'all later.
Yes, sir. Be safe,
See
man.
you, final play.
Oh, yeah.
I want you to see this because you haven't
here.
been on that Joe Milton train, but you've said some nice things about Joe Milton. I want you to go see Patrick No-C Walker's
I'm just like,
thing he posted. Go find that.
Let me go.
That was pretty. It was pretty. It was pretty.
I mean, the pass play earlier that's something completely earlier. I was like, okay, you're not putting so much zip on the ball. Let me go over to No-C here real quick. Give me a second. Like, yeah, man, development, guys. We gotta let these guys develop. Right? Last year, it's a new year, man. And what year? And guess what? He's still early on. All right, there we go. A little okay. You put the ball in a good spot there. Oh, thank God it wasn't. Well, I mean, yeah. I wanted to. Yeah, I got you.
I do like that No-C slows these down.
Boom. Look, gets out, steps up, throws. He puts in a good spot for him. I mean, yeah, maybe that's not where you want the ball to go necessarily, but yeah.
I got to see it again on the big screen. Did the receiver just not put two hands up? Because I mean, it was right over the receiver's shoulder.
Yeah, he got the one hand on it. I never saw the second hand. He gets the one, but never the second.
I mean, receiver could have put a second hand up.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
Maybe so. It's one of those things. Smoke in the building says, Nick's my dude. What is it with all these angry Cowboys fans, bro? Like, the season just started and fans just saying the most about our team. It's getting ridiculous, bro. Why be a fan? There's levels to that, isn't there? I think right now it's just one of those things, bro. It's part of social media, internet, and how it works. You know, I think there's fandom on both sides. I think there's fandom that is overly, I won't say overly, I'm just super excited and hyped about, you know, where things are and what's going on. And I think there's fans that don't see the vision, and it's been a while, and that's where it's at. So I think it comes in all shapes and forms as it comes to the fan base, because Cowboys is a large fan base. So there's a lot of different people, right? How they operate and how they see things. So I think you just tune out where it is. Like, hey, if you're excited, be excited. And if you're not, that's okay. I think it's just once you start commingling together, right? That's where sometimes it gets a little left or right. So, hey, it's always fan how you want to fan until other people say, well, you're fanning the wrong way. I don't, you know, it is what it is. Humans are indifferent creatures. Which probably comes as, are you guys drinking the Kool-Aid? Everything seems different and better this year. I mean, see, it's so funny. See, there's the the back-to-back here within them, and there's the life that we live. Kool-Aid is as to what, right? I mean, Kool-Aid's pretty much what are we sitting here saying, hey, we can compete for the playoffs? Where's the Kool-Aid? Like, what flavor is the Kool-Aid? Are we talking Super Bowl Kool-Aid? Are we talking playoff Kool-Aid? Like, what does that mean? Kool-Aid is such a vague term. So, because what will happen is if you're excited about something particularly on the team, you're drinking the Kool-Aid. Well, I mean, I think if Kool-Aid is just happiness, I think everybody should be happy about the offense, right? Yes, I think we're absolutely drinking the Kool-Aid on this offense. So why wouldn't we be? Okay. So, an NFC Championship game. No, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid on the NFC Championship game. If you want to go in that realm. Right? No, I'm not. I'm not right now. I mean, there's a lot of things that will drink the Kool-Aid on, and I do think currently at the moment, I think it's coming together. I think the Cowboys, I think they have an opportunity to contend for the playoffs. I'm not giving my full. And look, Dylan's trying to get out of me. I had some people in the space trying to get out of me. I wait till the end of camp. I'm not going to tell you what I expect. Right? I'm not telling you. And this weird thing of being contenders and not contenders and things of that ilk. And what does contendership mean, Dylan?
That's
I mean,
the
if
definition. Yep.
Yeah, the contenders, if
Definitions
you're
matter.
in the playoffs. Yeah, I mean, if you're in the playoffs, then you're contending for a Super Bowl. So, and there's, but Knicks, but look at this team that was in the playoffs last year. They were never making it to the Super Bowl. I'm like, I understand that, but that was your thought process. But if you get to the playoffs, you're contending for the Super Bowl. So, you know what day 2 Cam? Let me see. It's just some
Well, listen, we like I think there's pretty clear paths that you and I can both see on the way to an NFC championship. But there's also paths we could see where we end up being a 9-win team, 10-win team, fighting for a playoff spot, and that's maybe the best that this team does. Like the defense, as of today, like it's still rebuilding, brother. They got too many question marks. You can't say it's rebuilt. Too many question marks. And maybe we get in the season week 4 or 5, and they're looking pretty damn good. These question marks become, we know the answers these question marks had. Now they're answered. Maybe at that point it's like, oh, okay, something's cooking. But even at the end of camp, like we still won't know. There's still going to be so many question marks, and just because of the amount of new players you have on defense, the new scheme you have on defense. So like, yeah, I can see them competing for an NFC championship. I can see them competing for the playoffs. I don't think they're gonna like face plant and fall off the face of the earth. I don't think that's a reality, and I think the team will be better. But it's tough to say, Robbie, about NFC championship. That's a dream. I think that a lot of us have, but I don't know how realistic it is at the moment.
Yeah, and I mean, it's day 2 of camp, so let's see some things come together, right?
Yeah, but didn't you see Jaden Blue do that cool run though?
It's true, I did, and also just saw Dak to Pickens, just a little out route, nothing major. Yeah.
Now, hey, Robbie, there's nothing wrong with being excited, though. Get excited for real.
No, I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited. Within that spectrum, I think there's things to be concerned about as well. It's so weird, and you mentioned this term earlier before we even got to camp, and I think we had maybe a little conversation. I know you definitely mentioned it on like Twitter and stuff. It's almost like you can't have nuance anymore. And I believe, and I do believe when you're having the conversations about your particular favorite team or sport in general, there's a lot of nuance that is in there. It's not black and white. There's no end all be all. There's no right or wrong. Like ultimately, there's going to be things that work in multiple sides. And I think, Dylan, and if I'm misquoting you here, please step in and correct it for me. It's okay to live in the gray and lean one way or the other, right? Hey, you can be in the gray, but I'm excited on this side about this, right? But then I'm also in the gray. Hey, but I think this over here, and this isn't really positive, but I think it's going to be bad this way. So, yeah, I don't think it has to be overarching. Like I wouldn't look at, well, you're just drinking too much Kool-Aid over there, because you're happy where this team is trending. But I wouldn't look the other way and say, you know what, man, you're just too damn negative. You're just not a buyer, this, that, and the third. That's not how if that's how people want to be, that's okay. I would try to have the conversation of, well, here's what you should be concerned about. And the person that's down, I'm like, well, here's what I think you should be excited about. And wherever that kind of moves the needle, then so be it. There will be things, trust me, as we go through training camp, that I will plant the flag on. And it will be very crystal clear. Those that have followed me for a long time out here on Twitter or back on Stargang, wherever the case, there will become points where I will stamp the flag and I'll die on that hill. Believe me. But I think it's particular points. It's not end all be all on everything in the thought process. And of course, the more info you get, then your opinion about what that is, including your flag that you stamp on the ground, should change.
Yeah, living in the gray, going back to that, it doesn't get visibility. There's a lot of words required when you have nuance, right? And what people like to see is Cowboys are Super Bowl contenders. Cowboys will miss the playoffs. They like these short little snippets that are easy to digest. And so living in the gray, when you have to type out 5, 6, 7 sentences to explain a point, because there is truly nuance to it, it doesn't get picked up. People don't see it, and you just can't live in that zone. And that's why we do shows like this, so you can explain your points live with your voice, and it's a little easier to digest than what you see on Twitter written down for consumption of the masses. And so yeah, it's all right to be excited. It's all right to not be excited. Just fan the way you want to fan, and change your opinions, man, as you get more information. That's okay. Like, this is a long season. You don't have to be locked in before the season even begins. That's all right, man. When you get something right, call it out. When you get something wrong, call it out. Like, it's all good. Who really cares at the end of the day? It's supposed to be fun.
Yeah. You got him. Oh no, let me get this. Hey, that boy Gary, man. That boy Gary. Oh no, I can't do that layout no more. I can't share. Why you just changed it back? And I got a Gary. Oh my goodness. Get us back. Wait. Oh, let me go back over here. No, can I not? No way for me to share the thing in this realm? No. I'll find it here. There we go. Boom, found it. Watch this. Gary gets him another one. Boom. Oh yeah. All good, Gary. Oh, that machine come in and punch that thing. The old peanut punch. Watch Gary come in here at the end. Boom, boom. Slide HUD. Oh, you think it's our Gary's like, no, it's not.
He wound up for it too.
He did. Hey, 2 days. Look. I want to go back to the very beginning of this play, right? And these things matter. Look at Gary right here where he's at. Where's he going? Boom. He's going out to look, following the tight end out here. Plays behind him. Runs all the way down. Gets in front of it. Boom. Punches us out. 2 for 2. 2 days, 2 punch. But look at the effort where he's at right there and getting out there on span 4. Flips the hips and gets up the field and punches it out there at the end. So 2 days.
Looked like he got an arm shot there. Looked like that hurt.
Yeah,
I think that looked like that hurt.
2 days.
Old Charlie horse.
Yeah. The also too coming from No C, interesting enough, said observation, no video here. Kobe Durant is very, very sticky in coverage. Seems like he's almost always stuck to the receiver's hip during breaks and attempted double moves. He's not biting at all. And it's good news, right? I mean, at the end of the day, when we're talking about the cornerback room, right, and need to see some things happen there, it's good news. Good news. Hopefully that thing trends.
Looks like Ravel had some nice coverage on Bland or on Pickens.
All right. Ooh, Dylly. All right, I'm trying to see where is. Oh, we got Brandon. Go ahead.
I was good. Every clip I see of Pickens, it looks like he's just having so much fun.
I'm just over here like, oh, look, there's a Brandon Arbery sighting today. Look at they're making some field goals. How about that? So, yeah, I mean, we're just kind of looking at a couple of different things. We got Blue back-to-back days, big runs. Gary back-to-back days, forces some fumbles. And Bland showing some good things. Right? Showing some good things. Barham, hey, pay attention, fella. Don't fall for the vault step. And again, this is, just the clips, not the full practice, just what we're seeing here in real time.
Looks like Revel got called for PI on that George Pickens throw down the field. I don't know, just kind of cut him off going into the sideline. I don't know about that. I thought that was pretty good coverage.
I'm sure Christian Parker's letting that ref and let him know that was not.
Gotta let these young guys win, man. When they win, give them the win. Come on, ref.
No, facts.
Build that confidence up.
Mm-hmm. Give them a dub. Ooh, a little flow.
Joe Milton going through his progression.
Man, so what, a lot more Joe today than where's he Sam Howell? I'm still trying to find these Sam Howell clips, y'all. Where's these Sam Howell clips at? Where they at though?
Where they at though?
Yeah, a lot of Milton. A lot of Milton. I'm just saying, a lot of Milton. Day 2. Again, just 2 days. Just 2 days. That's all. Just 2 days. A little biggie. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, Robbie, as always. Ultra. If you get Max, the Cowboys might have the 2 highest motor guys outside linebacker. I hear you. True in the building. What's going on? True says those everythings are great because it means the right stuff is being over communicated and coached. Gotta love it. And when you got those guys doing those things right, I think it's infectious. I think it's very infectious to the rest of the roster too. Smoke. Only concern for this team is linebacker, cornerback to tackle and left tackle, to be honest. I hear you.
Yeah, a left tackle is obviously a concern on offense. That's the biggest one. But yeah, I mean, linebacker, corner, I would throw edge in there too for you. Those are the three probably groups maybe you have some concern about on defense.
I mean, keep that thing of being is they've been very vocal about left tackle throughout the OTAs to getting to camp and everything else, and even to the point of saying like Guyton understands what time it is, and it's not it's McClay's talks about it, Shotty's talks about it, Adams talks about it, right? So it's not just like it's been mentioned a little bit here and there, or it's a big thing that we're having a conversation about. Like that's just something that that's been going on throughout the process. So yeah, he understands the assignment and where it's at, and we'll see what. You know what? I got a Sam Howell clip, an actual Sam Howell clip. I asked, and
thank goodness.
I know because Sam Howell was about to be down bad. Also, I mean, I'll tell you what else. You're gonna get a little MVS in this thing too. How about that? Boom. Oh wait, what happened? Oh, I hit the wrong button. That's why. Boom. There we go. Oh no, is it that one? No. All right. Boom. There we go. Add to the stage. Yay. Sam Howell. Let's go. Well, Sam. Ugh.
Nice catch.
Yeah, good snag. Good snag.
MVS got them hand problems too, man. He'll make those crazy catches like that, but he'll drop a real easy.
He'll drop the easy peasies, yeah. 42, and they're good pick up there. Who was that running back to pick that up? They sent 42 there. What's about their running back? 30. I ain't gonna hold you, fellas. I'm not sure. But 42 didn't really give him too much. But yeah, boom. Well, we've been waiting for a little clip action from Sam Howell. There it is. Yeah, MVS absolutely stats. Gets a little something there. You know, catch one every once in a while. I might drop you one though too. MVS signing. It is what it is. A fan.
Yeah, MVS is one of those guys that's going to compete too. Like I kind of have counted him out just because I'm like, Trayshawn Holden, and like, yeah, got Turpin obviously, and MVS might end up finding his way on the squad, man. That wide receiver 5 role. Keep your eyes out for MVS. He's got that vet experience. Not a bad player, just has hand problems. You know, at that times can kind of have lapses in his brain where he drops the easy passes. But as wide receiver 5, might have a role.
Do you think he'll play special teams though?
I don't know. That's probably the problem right there.
That's my only hiccup. Yeah, that's my only hiccup there. It's like you love the speed, you love the length. He's done things around the league. I mean, I know he didn't have like a ton of yards, nothing over the past couple of seasons. But when you're down the depth chart, like, hey, he brings the right kind of things to the room. I'm with you, but like, man, if he's not going to do the special team stuff, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to pan out, right? And where that works and how they do. So, yeah, one of those things to see.
Yeah, keep your eye out in preseason.
Oh, was that Joe? No, that was old Joe Butler that made the Butler, not Joe Butler, but Joe Milton's first incompletion was by Butler. All right. We got an
Butler.
I know, Jesus. Oh, here's the Anthony Smith screen. Let's see. Okay, I'll get that up there for y'all real quick. The Rook. I was able to do a lot of screen work today, huh? Part of the installation. We had some running back screens, some wide receiver screens. Definitely a lot of screen work going down today, for sure. They'll be there right there in the slot. Anthony Smith. Watch this on some move. Whoop, excuse me. And get in now. Whatever.
Anthony Smith, no C said he's having a nice day. I'd like to see more clips of him.
Yeah, true, because Milton's been out here doing some things, showing some touch on them passes today, fella. Yeah, Sam Howell FC is going to be down bad when I get into space in a little bit. You right. Back out. Boom.
Milton Hive alive and well.
Big facts.
Hey, Nix, I got to take off, brother. Are you going to keep this thing going, or wrap it up?
No. I was looking at this. I was like, hey, it's about time for us to get out of here. So
I'm getting yelled at. I got to cook dinner.
I got you, brother. Yeah, you said 4:30, right? I was like, okay. It's like,
yeah, but my wife couldn't wait the extra 8 minutes. So
good. No, we're good. No, it's all good. Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hey, happy wife, happy life. Make sure faces follows. Here we go. Make sure the subs and the likes. We'll get up out of here. And we'll be on the other side so I can yell at True about this quarterback situation. Y'all be safe and be blessed. We'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Yeah.